Welcome to episode 15 of the Mouse in the House podcast. One five, one five. Wait, no, it's mirrored. 1 5. I keep forgetting. This is not 12. This is 21, by the way. Yeah. They're not mirrored, so they get to they get to have the luxury of everything that they show. Just shows how they look at it. But first question.
Mine's
Yep,
kind of mirrored.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But the first question you may be asking is, Grizz isn't here. Yeah, that is true. Grizz isn't here. None of these are Grizz. Matter of fact, these look like the same person if you mess up the aspect ratio once. That's the joke I wanted to make. That's the joke I wanted to make. You like that one?
That's a good one.
I would refer to us as different regional variants in Pokemon terms.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Different regional.
That's the Alolan variant of me right there.
Wait. The other way. Point the other way.
My Pokemon fans get it. That's the Alolan variant right there.
This way the way point?
Yeah. You point there. Yeah.
Okay.
And I can just point here because you guys are.
It doesn't matter who's
right
who at that
here.
point.
No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, left, right, exactly. But this will be the setup for the next few weeks. God knows how long. I don't know if this guy's gonna be permanent. He might if this goes well, but this guy will. We all know who this is if you watch the podcast for a while. Introduce yourself once again, Russ.
Howdy doody.
Why'd you do the Queen wave?
That's what your problem is, not the howdy doody. But it's Russ. I am like 1/10 of the Rec League podcast. I am like 1/3 and a half of the Mouse and House podcast.
Well, right now you'll be at the most 1/2 and at the least 1/3 for the next few weeks.
So 38%, given my math.
What's the halfway point between 33 and 50?
Too much basketball.
It's not even basketball. It's just math. It's just math.
Real ball knowledge. See, this is what's messing the game up. You see it, brother? Kevin wants to kill the game.
41 and a half. He's 41.5% of the podcast. He's 41.5% of the podcast.
What's the VORP for that?
Huh?
I'll just show up. Yeah.
What's the VORP rating though?
What is your VORP rating?
Oh, my VORP is through the roof. Actually, I think.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Really?
You told me that one episode was actually bad because y'all had me on extra minutes. Y'all made me play 48 minutes and then blame me for the bad plus minus.
It's time to watch some basketball. It's time to watch some basketball, Russ.
They had me playing Josh Hart minutes and then was blaming me that nobody wanted to watch. I was like, that's crazy.
2015 Jimmy Butler minutes.
I was breathing so hard. I was like, they got me top.
Yeah, we scapegoated you, and we're gonna do it again. And I'm gonna do it again because if the ratings go down for the podcast, Knicks won't get blamed. You will get blamed.
I'm the draw of this place.
Yeah, he is the draw. He is the draw.
Shout out.
I mean, but also speaking of the draw, who do we have to my top left?
Okay, yeah, I am left actually on yours. My name is John. I go by KLA Clips. You'll hear me called Knicks because my name is Knicks Lose Again elsewhere. I make wrestling videos on YouTube. I also stream every Tuesday with the man below me. We watch old NXT TakeOver shows. It's a blast. And today we're going to be talking about basketball. I'm pumped to be here. And
in a few hours, we'll be talking about wrestling. In a few video hours. In one day, in real time.
Yeah. Yeah, one day, 24 hours.
Yeah, and in 24 and in 24 hours, and in 24 hours in real time, me and him are going to be talking wrestling. He's going to be listening and asking questions.
Yeah. I'm doing the hard work.
Yeah, exactly.
He was trying to say that he's the draw, or should say he's the draw.
Yeah.
Me, I'm just being casted in the wrong light. Me, I'm babyface Roman Reigns, and I was always supposed to be a heel. Come on now, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm naturally a heel.
It wasn't my fault.
Where's the blue contact lenses?
Shut up. Just acknowledge it.
Well, we'll need to turn heel for that and get the veneers.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the veneers? Yeah. You're old.
I think I have 4 video reactions of Roman Reigns because he has some beautiful sound bites.
Oh, absolutely.
They boo you because you suck. I love you, Snell.
That's right, no pop.
Yeah,
Or
exactly. No pop.
or my favorite one, over and over and over again. It's like missionary position every single night. That's the best
That's
one.
Yeah.
And then
that was
it
the
came
hardest
back to
thing.
bite him in the ass. But we'll talk about wrestling later. But for
Yeah.
now, this is a basketball podcast. Ha! Apologies for being late. What happened with Grizz is he's trying to find an apartment. He's got too many people moving into his house. So right now, in terms of the People in the Mouse in the House podcast, I will be writing Dolo. I will be editing these, and I will be putting them out. I am the man in charge, and the thing that I'm scared of is maybe I like this doing better alone. I'm joking. I'm joking, Grizz. If you watch this, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm not. I'm not. This is a temporary arrangement. I mean, I'll say temporary arrangement, but these guys will probably be back eventually later on in the future. Yeah, but for the next few weeks, get comfortable with this arrangement right here. It's me, it's Russ, and it's Knicks. So a lot's happened since we last left you. Since we last left you, the regular season has ended and the playoffs have started. Matter of fact, the playoffs are like 1/4 over at this point. 1/4, would you say? Well,
Something like,
8,
yeah, I mean,
9,
4
10,
rounds.
11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, like actually, like honestly, in terms of rounds, halfway over basically. In terms
Pretty
of
much,
the
yeah.
rounds, yeah, because 8 rounds are over and 7 rounds have yet to be played.
Yeah, 16
So
teams played, 8 are left.
yeah, 40 games and 40 nights or something like that, which is not true. That was always a lie. I don't know why they said it. I think they just wanted to make a Bible reference. If you watch
Probably.
LEG, you get that. Shout out to the only good thing Sacha Baron Cohen's ever done. But yeah, I'll die on that hill. I'll die on that hill. I'll die on that
What
hill.
about, I mean, it wasn't his, but what about
The only
Talladega
person
Nights?
here who's unambiguously Eastern European looking. I
Oh
resent that
yeah,
statement.
Talladega Nights isn't bad, but is that really his?
It's not his. It's not his. He was a part of it.
He
I don't know
was a
how many.
part of it.
Was he a writer? I don't know if he was a writer credit on that. We're way off topic now, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're
It
discussing
doesn't
writing.
matter. It doesn't matter. We need to build chemistry. We need to build
Yeah,
chemistry.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. This is a
But
team morale exercise.
yeah, right now our
Like
team chemistry is
2000.
25%. We haven't done any drills. We don't even know how to 3-man weave yet. And there are 3 of us, so that seems like a problem.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But let's get to the playoffs real quick. As you can see, I got the baby face of the playoffs. I got his jersey on. Russ has the heel from last year on. Last year's heel, who's currently fat, and well, not
Hey,
anymore. Not
whoa,
anymore,
whoa, whoa,
actually.
whoa.
He got better. He got
I
better.
seen the tennis video. My man's back into it.
He
Shout
he
out to
he
my
is.
boy Halliburton.
He's
Shout
gonna
out
be
to my man
muscular as hell.
Halliburton.
And if you can't tell from his name, we have a Knicks fan over here, unfortunately.
This isn't officially
And
licensed.
I know. Is that a Fanatics jersey?
No, this is a TikTok shop jersey.
It's a TikTok shop jersey. How much was that?
Like $30, I think.
Oh, that's not bad, actually. You know what? You can just lie to people and say that's like a 74 throwback jersey from back when they didn't have the logo on.
I could do that.
Because that's
But it doesn't
what
have
those
like
jerseys used to.
it doesn't
From
have
what I
like
know,
the
y'all generation, y'all take
it
pride
doesn't
in
have
it.
the tag on the bottom or anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's just a Walt Frazier era jersey.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all generation takes pride in reps. I knew the shoe game was cooked when people were taking pride in getting like the craziest reps, and I was like, all right, man, I'm old.
Look, as a shoe guy, I'm gonna mention that. Like, I know I'm gonna get into the Vegas trip later, but you guys saw I wore the Red Octobers to Vegas, right? The only pair of shoes that I had was the Red Octobers. And one guy came up to me, this older dude, and he was like, "Dude, those are some amazing reps." I wanted to yell at him, but I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna keep my cool," because I'm like, these are authenticity guaranteed. Don't play me like that.
I did
Spending,
not know. See? Shout out to you.
yeah.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
I never liked Red Octobers. I'm usually not the biggest fan of monochromatic shoes like that. As I say that, I can literally see a monochromatic shoe at my corner. I'll out myself. I'm on my Mania 4s. The
Mm.
color does never show up on this very well. They're like this weird mauve, purplish plum color.
Oh yeah,
Amazing
they look
shoe though.
gray. They look gray on
Yeah,
camera.
yeah. It's like I said, it's like that one or two actors that are racially ambiguous, so they can get cast as like a Derek Jeter role. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Vin
They
Diesel.
can be a lot. They can be a lot of different colors. Like I said,
Yeah, yeah.
that's one of them
The
shoes
Vin
you don't
Diesel
try to match. If you
shoes.
try to match that shoe, you'll never wear it.
Yeah. No. The thing that I learned about shoes like those and like the J Balvin Jordan ones, which are like the big rainbow ones, I
Yeah,
don't try to match colors with those. I just go either all black or I wear like the old Matumbo Nuggets jersey with the rainbow. I go
especially with
with
the J
that.
Balvin. I was just about to say, if you try to match a rainbow shoe, all right, buddy.
No,
I'll see you.
you're
I'll see
gonna
you
like
at the
hey
Pride night. I'll see
respect
you at Pride
respect to
night.
them respect to them though respect to them respect
Exactly.
to them.
I'm an ally for sure. Hey,
Yeah,
here we go. Here we
respect
go.
to them. Respect to them. That'll be the thumbnail. All of us putting the fist up. There you go. There you
What,
All
go.
right, here we go. Take the
what did they
picture.
say?
All right,
Shout out to the
take.
Knicks.
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
And as what did ASAP Rocky say? And as far as anybody, race, color, homosexuality, have you seen that, Knicks?
I don't think I have. No.
He was
Okay,
pointing to
so
Jason Collins.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So he was next to Jason Collins at a show, and there was an example right there. So when he says homosexuality, he points to Jason Collins.
As far as everybody being equal, color, homosexuality.
Oh my
And I don't
God.
know, and I don't know if Jason Collins was trying not to laugh or he was trying to hide disappointment. I don't know what reaction
Might have
that
been both.
was.
It might have been both. I mean, it sounds like it could have been both.
Probably
But he
was
wasn't.
both.
I'm pretty sure it was like the VMAs. I think he was only
It
on
was
that
the
stage because I think he had just came out, so he was kind of a hero for coming out recently.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
No,
we all know Jason Collins would have not have been on a national stage. Shout out Jason Collins.
no. Jason Collins, he was on that Brooklyn Nets team that was in the finals, if I remember correctly. But like, he was a fucking role player. He wouldn't have been on that
No.
stage.
Jason
No,
Collins
good for
might
him though.
actually
Happy
be
for him.
Jason Collins might actually be, if I think of it, like the worst starting center to ever make a finals team. Like ever.
Yeah, he
I think
might.
so.
I mean, yeah.
What's the comparison?
Uh,
Looney was
Shit,
better.
I mean,
Looney was better.
Looney was better. Mozgov was better, I
um,
think.
a lot of recency bias right now.
Because Jason Collins just didn't do anything. He clogged that lane, but that's about it.
What does he even do? Little me. What does he even do?
You know, what does he even do? Like you remember
Fucking
the
DJ Khaled thumbnail.
you remember the Ivan Johnson conversation that Teague and them were having where he was with Baron Davis where he was like, "Yo, if I'm Jeff Teague, I'm telling Ivan Johnson, Ivan, I need 6 fouls. I need 6 fouls." That's what they told Jason Collins to do with Shaq.
Trying to tell you.
I mean, they were trying to beat Tim Duncan and Shaq in the finals with Jason Collins and Todd McCullough.
Yeah, no wonder it didn't go well.
Yeah. No
Hey, you
wonder
know
it
what?
didn't go well.
I'm here for all this slander because really all this slander can be alchemically.
Jason Kidd praise.
transmuted. Yes, sir. You know where I'm at with this. I'm gonna
Yeah,
alchemically
he's a
transmute all of this.
yeah. Speaking of racially ambiguous actors who could play the Derek Jeter role, there it is. There's one.
Yeah,
Shout out Jason
Ma-
Kidd.
that would work. Yeah.
And shout out to Richard Jefferson too. He was great in that on those teams as well. Arguably their
yeah.
second best player.
Oh, for sure. I would say absolutely your second best player.
Just dunk.com.
Yeah.
Anybody
Yeah,
can dunk it when you get passed by Jason Kidd.
Okay, Jefferson was a good. Don't make me get on my Jefferson jersey.
Please don't disrespect Joel like that. You had a good day.
Nah, I should have brought my Jason Collins jersey out because I do have one. I do own
You
one.
have a Jason Collins jersey.
There is proof of me. I'm gonna put a picture out here right now because I'm editing the podcast. I am down here. Point down here. Point down here. Yeah,
right.
point down. Yeah, right. Russ, point at Russ. Point down. Point down. Yeah, there it is.
There is nobody with a sicker jersey collection than
Yeah.
him. You can use that word "sick" however you like, because both
Yeah.
ways of looking at it is correct.
Yeah, because when I told you this, Russ, when I was in Vegas, I got so many compliments for my jerseys. Are you kidding me? They love the jersey collection out there, man. Like I wore the Len Bias. All the old heads were like, yo, this guy, bro. I like missed full matches because I was just talking to old heads about basketball. And
yeah, the Len Bias one was the one you broke out for the GCW show, right?
Yeah. And then the Abdul Rauf one was the one I broke out for, the Road Dogg video.
Yeah.
Hey, Road Dogg, it wasn't your fault, bro. It wasn't your fault. SmackDown, bro. You got scapegoated.
Oh no, I know.
You got scapegoated.
I know y'all are the fucking.
It wasn't your fault.
This is gonna be a sick joke.
Oh, that's right.
People
Yeah.
offering you beers with a Lynn Bias jersey. I'm surprised they weren't offering you something else.
Oh, dude, you know what? You know
Jeez.
what's so funny? You know what's so funny? So we're getting really off topic, but who cares? People watch this podcast for the banter. So I'm just gonna
Exactly.
be completely honest. So there was a character in JCW, which is Juggalo Championship Wrestling. I don't know if you know of this, Russ. It's ran by Vince Russo. Vince Russo is the booker. You know who Vince Russo is?
No.
Yeah.
brother.
Oh, okay. He used to be one of the writers in the Attitude Era. He used to
Okay,
be one of
there
the,
we go.
and
I
he was
probably actually heard the name. I'm just bull jobbing.
he
Of
he
course,
was
I was a child when it was the Attitude Era, so there was a part of me that believed certain people didn't like each other for real back then. So
yeah.
take it with a
And
grain of
Vince
salt.
Russo and Vince Russo
Go to
was
hell.
bet. And
That's a
Vince
deep
Russo
pool.
was.
I don't know if you guys remember Stone Cold getting thrown off a bridge.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
No.
I remember
yeah,
when
yeah.
I remember when was it Chavo who threw Punk off into the Gulf of Mexico, or was it the other way around?
Was it Chavo? Oh, it sounds like
You talking
that
about
would be
Cena?
funny. That would be funny if it was Punk. If it was fucking Chavo doing
Punk
that to
throwing,
Punk, and then Chavo beat him.
Yeah. No, I don't
That would
think
be
so. I
funny.
think
Yeah,
Punk. I think Punk threw him
I
in.
think Punk did that. That seems like a babyface thing to do nowadays. Because I remember when Cena did that to Edge.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it wasn't off the
But
bridge, but
yeah, but Vince Russo was one of the writers in the Attitude Era, and he was bad. Can I say bad? Can I say bad?
I mean, in
He
2026, I think you could. I think at the time he was as
needed
good
an
as you could
adult.
be.
He needed an adult. He needed an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I'll
that's
say
fair.
that he needed an adult. Vince Russo was the guy who gave us beaver cleavage, and Russ, I'll explain to you what beaver cleavage is later during the wrestling part of the pod. Let's just say it right now. Beaver cleavage was a man who wanted to have sex with his mother.
Oh my.
And am I wrong?
No.
Am I wrong, Knicks?
No, you went up.
It's getting
And
worse.
after this, I will show you his Titantron, Russ. And his Titantron is it's not like explicit, but it's like it might as well be explicit. The song in it, good lord.
I want you to know you are getting the craziest facial reactions from a guy that is desensitized from anime.
I know.
You know how
And
many
you know
times
what?
you have walked in on me like watching shows and I try to go, no, it's not like that. Because the fan service.
You know how many times my mom has walked in on me with the SmackDown versus Raw loading screen, the original SmackDown versus Raw, and Knicks, you probably know this. You probably know what I'm talking about.
I think I vaguely do.
The one with the fucking women dancing.
Yep.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah. That bullshit where I have to tell her like, no, I'm just setting up a match.
No, I think an all-time moment, not with that, but like an all-time moment where it was like I was watching something, and my mom came in. Was I used to watch Total Drama Island when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And there was the one scene with like the girl, she has her fucking top ripped off.
Yeah.
And it's blurred out and all that stuff. My mom came in at the exact wrong moment. And I got fucking so punished. It was like, it's not my fault.
Dude, okay, so canon event. So one day my mom was checking my YouTube history for some fucking reason, because she thought I was watching porn on YouTube, which is what the fuck. And I was on a Smosh marathon that day, right? A Smosh marathon. I was like maybe 9.
I used to love Smosh.
I still love Smosh. I watch their old stuff.
Yeah.
It ages well. It's aged well. But
I gotta get back into that.
If you remember, Smosh had a series called If Blank Were Real.
I do.
Right? And all of the thumbnails was like, it was a woman with like a censored bar on her chest. And it was the weirdest shit ever, because sometimes a woman would be fully clothed. The one would be fully clothed and there's still a censored bar. I'm going to put a picture up right now. Please, Defy Media, do not sue me. It's just a picture. I don't think they will.
I forgot about those people.
I'll put a picture of it right now. But one of it was literally like a woman wearing a Christmas sweater, and it was still censored over here. My mom saw it, and she got so mad, and I had to show her the video. I'm like, no, this is not what that is. Please just watch the video. Watch the video. It's not explicit. It's just, I think it was like if TV shows were real, and it was like one of the breaking. It was like a Breaking Bad, and like the thumbnail was like a blonde woman with a censored bar, and I had to show her that like, no, that's not what this is. Ironically, my mom does like Breaking Bad, so that's a funny segue.
So she was
But
mad for it than slandering her
she
favorite TV show.
she didn't know about Breaking Bad at the time. I had to put her onto that. I had to put her
Oh.
onto that. She really likes Mike. Mike, you know, the bald dude, bald white guy.
Yeah.
Mike Ermintrout. Yeah, Mike Ermintrout. Yeah, kid named Finger. There you go. She likes kid named Finger. Yeah. But so JCW, Juggalo Championship Wrestling. The main guys in JCW are the Insane Clown Posse. Russ, you know them. You know
I
them.
do.
Magnets. Yeah. And if you don't know them from Magnets, you know them from that one time Eminem called them gay on Wax. Do the knowledge. Do the knowledge. Yeah.
True.
Still not as bad of a diss track as the one on Benzino, but I digress. But they have a character in JCW called Cocaine. Kokane. And tell me if I'm wrong, Nix. The character is Kane, but a coke addict.
I believe that's about the gist of it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Maximum Mike.
No, don't shout him out. No, he's bad. He's bad. Transphobic. Bad. But shout out to that one really good tweet that Hangman had, and then he decided to stop using Twitter and became a chud. But
Blue Sky FC.
Oh my god. Yeah, while you're hanging out at Cracker Barrel with all right, we'll get to that later. But so you know how Kane is the devil's favorite demon, right? Cocaine is the devil's favorite dealer. That's his name. That's his nickname in JCW, the devil's favorite dealer.
Every single time we go down wrestling history, FD signifier is proven right every time.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know, like, wrestling is weird.
Yeah, if you're not, wrestling fans, like non-wrestling fans who watch this probably think that we're fucking losers. Me and Knicks are fucking losers.
Not wrong.
Yeah, just try to justify watching the WWE product now. Try to justify it.
Yeah, and I watch it every Friday. I'm not gonna watch Raw tomorrow. I gotta watch the fucking Knicks. I'm gonna go into tomorrow's shit blind. I watch SmackDown more than I watch Raw. I am a fucking loser.
Yeah.
if I'm gonna watch WWE, I don't even watch the good WWE.
You watch the slop.
Yeah, I watch the Grok generated show every week.
The Grok generated show. And
it's fucking AI generated.
Yeah.
They're gonna have
that Grok offense.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
They're gonna have a what?
They're gonna have a fucking funeral for a gingerbread man on Friday. We'll talk more about that tomorrow.
Yeah. We're gonna discuss that tomorrow, Russ. Don't worry. That's for tomorrow. That's for tomorrow. But when Cocaine was coming out, I was wearing the Baez jersey, right?
Okay.
And I was hanging out with some of my friends. And when Cocaine came out, my guy turned to me and he was like, "Is this a bad time to say that you're wearing the wrong jersey?" And I was like, "Oh man, oh." Man, because me personally, I don't make jokes about that stuff because man, Len Bias, genuine tragedy, like genuine, like fucking huge tragedy. But when he said that, I was like, God damn it, that's really good. Like I hate you for how good that is.
If you know the history of the league, it wasn't the craziest tragedy though, because
no, it wasn't. I think it was the breaking point.
Late 70s, early 80s NBA. It was
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Jordan probably still hid some secrets when he was telling about people drinking.
Are you kidding me? Yeah. The Bulls traveling cocaine circus.
There's still probably some secrets he didn't tell. Somebody was in there. Somebody was in there doing that powder.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Orlando Woolrich, looking at you.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. But yeah. Yeah, this is a basketball podcast. I did forget that.
I swear it is. I swear.
Yeah, we talked about like 40 different things. Like it's about everything but basketball.
We're 24 minutes into the podcast and we haven't talked about anything that's happened currently with basketball.
Not a single pick and roll.
No, not a single. I showed a calculator. Does that count?
Yeah, I said VORP. I think that counts as a buzzword. VORP.
He did say Vorp. Oh, it is a buzzword. That's right. Now, Russ, talk about Raptor.
Oh, the Raptors? The Raptors?
Yeah. No. D Raptor, as
no.
in defensive Raptor.
Oh no, we're not doing this.
What about O
No.
Raptor?
Yeah, what about defensive box plus minus, which assists apparently counted?
Oh,
That's so stupid.
yeah,
Shout out
that's
to
why
Jokic.
this episode 15. Shout out that fatty. We haven't spoke about him yet.
Assists count for
Exactly.
defense.
Yeah, the real best center.
The defender because of defensive box plus minus.
The real best center right here. But they didn't give that same grace to Tyrese because they were saying Tyrese is a bad defender, even though he's the offensive engine as well. Apparently that doesn't go.
Didn't he lead the league in assists last year, Tyrese?
Tyrese, I think he
or was he
the
close?
year before. The year before.
Okay, yeah.
Led the league in assists. The 2 years sandwiched around it, he was like top 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Trey was the league leader before that. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It went Trey, Tyrese, and then I think Cade.
Who was it this year? Was it Cade this year?
I don't think Cade. I think it was Jokic.
I think
Cade averaged like a hair under 10, if I remember, like 9.8 or something like that.
I think Cade led last year, but Cade also leads the league in like turnovers too.
Turnovers.
So.
Yeah.
We mentioned that
most of his are actually like live ball terms where he gets picked.
We mentioned the fatty's name, unfortunately.
It was Jokic.
Yeah, we mentioned the fatty's name, sadly. But
shut up and play point guard.
We're all joining in this Jokic slander, aren't we? All of us.
Yes, we are.
All three of us. Isn't that right, Russ?
Look, I'm trying to tell you right now, if you would have took any longer to start this episode tonight, I would have pulled out a belt and I would have hit my own laptop screen with it. I would have went full camp. You don't realize that I actually was a theater kid. I would have went full camp. I would have did the whole thing. Yeah.
No. After he started like trying to kill people in the Timberwolves series, I was all the anti-Jokic at that point.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing that for years. He's a sore loser.
What killed me is it's the certain dog whistles from certain people that like.
He's
Jokic.
He's right. Yeah, where
And
Jokic is like.
Everybody else is a thug and doesn't know how to respect the game, but
but Jokic almost paralyzed Markieff Morris, and that was fine.
Yeah,
he was asking for it.
Jokic is the Eminem of the NBA.
Not even because Eminem doesn't get as much grace as fucking Jokic does.
No, he doesn't. That's right. Eminem was hated for a long time.
Eminem actually does speak up and he does the right thing in most cases.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
But Eminem actually is usually pretty chill.
Yeah.
Who was better at his craft in their prime, Jokic or Eminem?
Eminem.
Yeah, I got to go with that.
You got to go with like 02 Shady? 02?
Yeah, somewhere between like late 90s to like 04, like 97, 98 to 04.
Between like Marshall LP1 and Eminem Show, right?
Yeah, somewhere. You can honestly put Shady LP in there too if you really wanted to stretch it, because I have it hanging over there.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
If you wanted to stretch it, you could put Shady LP in there, but around there, Mathers LP to Eminem Show.
Okay, so what's gonna be worse? Eminem 2016 to 18 or Jokic right wing grift in 2 years?
Jokic right wing grift in 2 years.
I don't think he'll be out here. He'll probably be pushing some agenda out there in Serbia. I don't think he's stays no more.
No, when he retires, he's moving back to Serbia. He's gonna put like political figures on his horses. Maybe he'll shave it into their fur or something.
Come on, Alex Jones, win the next horse race.
It'll be whatever Alex Jones is running because it won't be InfoWars.
It won't be InfoWars. Shout out to that. Fuck yeah. I was so happy with yes. Yeah, shout out to the Onion. Yeah, Russ, you saw that, right? You saw that, right? Oh, Alex Jones lost his show, InfoWars. It's over. It's done.
How did he lose his show?
He got sued by can I say that? Can I say the name of the tragedy?
I don't know.
Can you? I mean,
okay, I'm gonna mute myself. He got sued by them. I muted myself. Yeah, he got sued by them for what he said about them, and it ended up in the Onion buying out his show. And
Oh,
now,
okay.
yeah, and now InfoWars is ran by Tim Heidricker, I think, is
So
his
he'll
name.
still, he'll just make another show though. He just won't call it that.
Yeah.
He doesn't have nearly as much traction though. He's done. He's washed as fuck now.
Watch is crazy.
We're healing. We're healing.
You're done.
We are healing as a
You're
society.
washed.
You're done. You're washed. It's over. You're old. Oh,
You piece
God.
of shit.
We still have barely talked about basketball. The most we talked about the NBA.
We've talked more about wrestling. We've talked more about wrestling than we have about fucking basketball on the basketball day.
And Jokic being racist.
Yeah, and Jokic being racist, which is true, by the way.
It is true.
Shout out to the allegations, man. Shout out to the allegations.
Exactly.
Shout out to, allegations. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, allegations have to have some sort of doubt for them to be allegations.
Exactly. Stereotypes have some sort of truth to them. Well, some of them do. Some of them do.
Some
of them do. Some of them do. Shout out to those people.
Shout out.
Oh,
what do you mean, those people?
Oh, I'm talking about right wingers. I'm talking about right wingers. I'm not talking about yeah. This is the woke cast, as Russ knows. This is the woke cast.
The woke cast.
Yeah. Speaking of woke, let's get into our first series: Spurs versus Blazers. What are some of y'all takeaways from that? My takeaway is that Wemby is everything that I wanted him to be in the playoffs. Literally everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Well. I would say that's probably the biggest takeaway. It's hard for me to say because we were talking about it right before. That's probably the series I've watched second least. I might have watched like one half of that series out of the 5 games.
It was a foregone conclusion.
It was a foregone conclusion that that the Spurs were going to move on. I thought when Wemby went down with the concussion, I thought the Blazers could pull away, but the Spurs are a good team overall.
We actually talked about this before. We talked about this before last week's Takeover Tuesday. We said that they're probably good enough to hold steady without him.
Yeah, and they were.
And Steph Castle and Dylan Harper played out of their minds.
Absolutely, they did.
And also, while we're here, shout out to Steph Castle for putting him in his place. And we know who him is. We know who him is. Shout out to Steph Castle for doing that, because that's what a lot of us wanted to do. Bro, man, I wanted us IG on Castle's IG because I was like, oh, I don't follow him. Let me follow him after that. And bro, so many of his comments were like Blazers fans and blue and white man fans, just being like, yeah.
What's funny is like he didn't even say that. Like
he didn't say that. No.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. Like everyone was like they were either shitting on him or praising him. He didn't even say it.
He didn't say it. He showed him up. That's it. He just showed him up.
He just showed him up. That was it. He didn't like say anything insane to him. He beat him in a fucking playoff game.
Also, while we're at it, when I know y'all saw that Wemby refused to shake that man's hand, blue and white man's hand. Do you think that's because?
It's very possible. Wemby has alluded to things like that before, so I wouldn't be surprised. Shout out to
he's very left. He's very left.
He is very left. I wouldn't be shocked if that's why. I'm not sure if that's why. I feel like maybe there was some other reason, like basketball related, like who's just like I don't respect this guy in a certain way. Maybe he's a very antagonistic player. He's a very antagonistic player, and it works in his favor. Like the way people talk about like
foul baiting stuff, and
the way people will talk about like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I feel a lot of his game is a lot more ethical. Exactly, I think SGA's game is a lot more ethical than that. Like he's a foul baiter, but he's a good foul baiter. Like he knows how to do it in an actual basketball way. Like when I think about unethical, I think about Denny, and I think about when Trae Young was doing that a few years ago before the league cracked down on it for like one season, and then it went back to normal.
And then just went back to it. Yeah,
exactly.
It was 3 months.
It was 3 months. It wasn't even a year. It was 3 months.
Remember when they were finding people for flopping?
Yeah, like when
they
he
were
was
finding people working in the middle of the paint.
Yeah, trying to find something. Like when Trae was doing that, and like he was trying to fucking flop around and nothing happened.
Jump up and throw his ass in the air. I thought he was. By the way, I'm sorry. him avoiding his boy that's on his jersey right now because he is also a culprit as
No,
well.
he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Brother,
No,
brother,
bro.
grabbed
He's
my
not even.
small forward's arm and threw it into his forehead.
He's not even top 40 in free throw attempts.
That might be fine. Get good at it, scrub. It sounds like you get good at it. He grabbed my guy's
Skill
arm
issue?
and threw it into his face. He
Yeah,
grabbed
the Neesmith one was pretty egregious. The Neesmith one is pretty egregious.
is nasty.
Not gonna say never, but definitely not as egregious. I would say
Not as bad. Not as bad. Not
Yeah.
as bad.
Yeah,
Not as
yeah.
bad.
I would say
'Cause the thing
much
was-
less egregious than like a lot of the people they hail as foul baiters nowadays. Definitely a lot less
What's worse,
egregious.
his defense or his foul baiting?
Who? For
Defense.
who?
Okay.
Yeah, his defense. Yeah, his defense.
He thought about it for 2 seconds.
He's
You had to
not
think about it. It's his
delusional.
defense.
Yeah, he's not delusional. He's not delusional. Knicks is not delusional.
Yeah,
But-
they have a whole defensive team around him because he can't play defense. Even Towns
Yeah.
became a much better defender this year.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. But the thing about number 8 is like, remember that I think it was game 4 of the series. Was it game 4 on a Tuesday, Knicks? What game was this past Tuesday?
I want to say you're right. I think it was game 4 because I think they wrapped it up on Thursday.
Oh no, wait, yeah, it was that Tuesday. It was game 5, the 28th. Game 5 was on Tuesday, right?
Right. Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. That was it.
Yeah. When I was when we started the Takeover Tuesday stream, and because they were down big, the Blazers were.
Yeah, that's right. And I
And-
said I'm not even. Yeah, I saw like because I have the bot in the chat, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not even gonna bother turning this on.
The game where everybody got like 10.
Yeah.
There were like 10 players and 10 points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I asked you how was number 8 doing, and I was like, how many free throws does he have? And you're like, he only has 5, and I'm like, oh, so when he's not doing that, he's not good.
Yeah, and he finished I'm looking right now. He finished the game with 11.
He finished the game with 11, 1 of 6 from 3, with 4 turnovers and 4 fouls, and a negative 20. That man's not.
You said the game from Tuesday or the game from Thursday?
The game from Tuesday, because it was Takeover Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah.
The last game.
No, because that game didn't he finish with 22?
Yeah, but in the middle of the game when it was kind of close, he was playing like trash. He was playing like trash. He was playing like trash. Matter of fact,
I took a second to. I took a second on that Tuesday. Open my reel up.
Yeah, there it is.
Everyone uses it. Okay.
Shout out to my guy Champagne. Champagne outplayed him. Champagne outplayed the hell out of him. Yeah. Good player, by the way, the Champagne. He's good. He's a good player.
I remember I haven't seen a ton of him this year.
Or he was burnt. No, it was the last game. Yeah, the last game of the series, he burnt them from 3. He was burnt.
Yeah. He was 5 of 7 from 3. Champagne was hitting them.
It was supposed to be 6 of 8 because they took one back actually. And I thought I still don't see how that wasn't a 3. I guess his toe touched the line. I guess he Kevin Duranted it. I don't know.
He Andrew Nemhardted it.
Yeah.
Whatever. What I could see on my screen, it was a 3, but I was like, that's just some hater stuff.
Yeah. And shout out to Victor, because man, I've never seen a more effective 17 points before. Holy shit. My God.
Yeah, because the thing with him, it's like you don't need 20, 25, 30, however many points. It's not like a Piston situation where you don't have anyone else to score on the offensive side. You have a pretty well-rounded. Yeah, you have a pretty well-rounded team where like all you need from him, like the 15 points, and he'll get more most games, but all you need from him is like 15. He'll get his 10 boards. He'll get like at minimum 3 blocks.
But in this game,
and he'll be fairly efficient.
Yeah, in this game he had 17 on 5 of 7, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 blocks, and he was a plus 20. I'll tell you what, it did not feel like 6 blocks. It felt like 16. It felt like 16.
And that's typically how it is. Imagine games where he has like 9, 10 blocks, which I believe he's had 10 block games since he entered the NBA. Where it's like, because he gets them so frequently, I don't think there's been somebody in the league in probably decades that gets as many blocks as he does since like Mark Eaton, maybe?
Yeah, and if we're talking mental blocks, he might average like 30 mental blocks.
Yeah, probably. Like what does he get with like? I wonder what he gets with like steals throughout the year. Like how many stocks does he have?
I think he has a good amount. I think he averages like 1.5 steals. So I know
Yeah.
we're getting
Oh,
into
shit. Yeah,
PRA.
so
We're getting into PRA, so Russ might melt here, but you know it's for a reason. It's for a reason.
yeah, exactly.
Believe it or not, actually, most rookies and sophomores have the best block and steal numbers, but it's mainly because
Yeah,
of bad habits where they're out of where they're. If you even look at people like Tim Duncan and Shaq, their best block seasons are within like their first 3 years because
Right.
their
yeah,
team out of position, but they're
yeah.
both uber athletes. People forget about that about Tim Duncan, but they were
But
both
then,
uber
yeah, Tim
athletes.
Duncan was a great athlete coming out of Wake
Yeah.
Forest.
No,
Yes.
yeah, like a lot of people who talk ball now, especially on the internet, they're used to Tim Duncan from like the 2010s, where he was near the
Yeah.
end of his career. He was
They're
slow,
used to 2014,
big
2014
fundamental.
Duncan.
I'm
2014
Exactly.
Duncan.
Like, and that was like 2 years before he retired.
You don't want to know how high on Tim Duncan I am.
I'm very
Oh,
high on
I have
Duncan.
him.
I
I
think.
have him fourth all time.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go. Tim Duncan fans right here. Yeah.
You
I actually,
know,
I don't
you
know where
know.
I don't know where my Fiesta Duncan jersey is, but it's somewhere. I gotta go pick it up. And shout
I
out to the
like it.
Command
Yeah,
Forces. Shout out to the
I like.
Command Forces, Russ. You saw I had the Command Forces.
I did see
Shout out
that.
to the shout
Shout out to White
Dave
Man Can't
Robinson.
Jump. Shout out to
Yeah,
Wesley
yeah. Shout out
Snipes.
to Woody Harrelson. Shout out to Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes. I will say though, I watched Semi Pro the other day. Fantastic movie. Fantastic. I love Semi
Was that
Pro.
your first time?
Huh?
Was that your first time watching it?
No, no, no. I watched it multiple
Oh,
times. Semi Pro
because
is I think my second favorite basketball movie of all time. And the only reason why it's my second favorite is because my favorite basketball movie of all time is my favorite movie of all time. Shout out to He Got Game. Shout out to He Got Game. Amazing movie. My God. Amazing movie. And I will say Ray Allen did a better job in that movie than people think. He did a better acting job than people think.
he was
People
okay.
just don't people don't think it's as good because he was next to Denzel. Denzel can make anybody bad. But you
I don't
know,
think he made it bad. Ray Allen didn't have a tough job.
yeah,
Ray Allen got
but he did his job.
Ray
He
Allen.
did his job.
Yeah, Ray Allen didn't have a lot of lines. He just kind of had to show up, respectfully,
Nah, dude,
and
he
get
had a
and,
great performance. He had a
and get
great performance.
and get burned by my man Denzel on the court.
And
'Cause
and get it
Denzel,
and get it and get his girl taken and get his girl taken.
true.
Or
But no,
I don't know if he got his girl taken or if she left, but I don't know. I'm gonna watch it. Oh God, I got another excuse to watch He Got Game again. Thank you, Russ. Love that movie. Love that
I
movie.
don't want to make it a hate on Ray Allen sesh. But he was okay as an actor. But
Genuine
also,
10 out of 10 movie.
really good for sure. Like I said,
Yeah.
I think people they sleep on LeBron James as a deadpan performer. As a
No.
yes,
Let's talk about it. LeBron in Trainwreck was awesome. I love him in Trainwreck.
Absolutely, yeah.
He was great
he
in
really does have an
Trainwreck.
amazing deadpan. Like I don't know if he can do
Yeah.
anything else because Space Jam 2 was okay.
He
Didn't,
wasn't. Yeah, but I
but
liked him in House Party. He was the only good part of House Party. Shit, he was the only good part of House Party.
if you yeah, that might be his only skill when it comes to acting. But if you give him a deadpan role, he's gonna knock it out.
Yeah. LeBron and John Cena are both great at deadpan. They're fantastic at deadpan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Cena in Trainwreck is great. I think LeBron is only great when he's playing himself, which is like it's just like
Well,
a
of
different
course.
version of himself.
Give me something.
Yeah.
Give me something with
Yeah.
John Cena, LeBron, and John Krasinski, where they're just having a deadpan off. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
That would be generational.
Or Randall Park. Randall Park too. Shout out to Randall Park.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know Randall Park. Yeah, exactly. I want Randall Park in that too. Exactly.
No,
Yeah. We getting you out of here. We getting you out of here, Aubrey Plaza. Get out of here. You done. No more deadpan for you. No more deadpan for you.
Oh, come on, man. What are we doing?
No. She. Last time I checked, she supports. She supports. Anyways.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I got a text saying have a good pod.
He's impressed. He's impressed.
Yeah. He's very impressed.
Okay. Yeah. Nix is tapped in. Nix is tapped in.
I'm not in on the joke, guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
No. Remember our
If
deal,
you know,
LeBron.
you know.
Great song. But while we're at it, about Wemby, dude, and shout out to De'Aaron Fox too, because he did his damn job too. De'Aaron Fox, 21 points. Yeah,
Eventually.
He
was this close. He was this close. He was this close. People was gonna bring up that Giannis trade again that they should have did.
Yeah.
But
But he got it done.
He do.
He got it done game 5. But I will say, I want to ask y'all about a dude on the Blazers, and this is a dude who I hold near and dear to my heart. What do y'all think of Scoot?
I know it's
Cause
coming. Now, Scoot hoop though. And if I can take
he,
point on this, Scoot was a
yeah.
very welcome surprise.
What was that
Uh,
game 3 that he had 31 in?
I believe so. I'm not sure, but he was scoring in multiple games. He was defending
Yeah.
well. He was
Different
getting
ways
downhill a
too.
lot. He was getting downhill a lot of possessions. A lot of possessions he was stopping and just shooting. I think he's fell in love with the jump shot.
Mm.
Hopefully he hasn't fell in love too much with it, because then that he could take the same route that someone like Fox did. To this day, I still
Hmm.
hate that Fox is one of the fastest people in the league, but decides
He
to
shoots a lot.
stop at the 20 foot line.
I
I'm
feel like
like,
Dennis Smith Jr. did that a lot too. He took too many jumpers too.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think the thing with that, and especially like as the NBA's progressed over the last 10 years, it's become very jump shot heavy. Like you said, guys like Dennis Smith Jr., guys like De'Aaron Fox, guys like Scoot Henderson who can drive, but they're settling more for these jumpers. And
Yeah.
it's why a lot of centers today are currently out of the NBA because they didn't adapt to those jumpers. So these, especially like guards, they get very, I guess, self-conscious. At least that's how it comes off to me about like their weaknesses or whatever in the game, you know?
Yeah, where they're like, we have to develop a jumper. We have to develop a jumper.
Exactly. And
It's
like,
like where
especially
some
when
of
it's
these
early
guys,
on,
yeah.
especially like early on, it's why Dennis Smith Jr. is not in the league right now, which shattered his confidence.
He played for the Knicks. Yeah, did he do that with the
Yeah,
Knicks?
he did. He did. That was like, if I remember correctly, I think he played for another team after that, but like that was the last full-time team he played for.
Yeah.
Like his confidence was
Yeah.
broken after that. And to be fair, the Garden fans didn't really help him that much.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah,
But
so
the
like,
thing with
it's kind of a
somebody like
balance.
Scoot, the thing with Scoot is, you guys remember coming into the league, he was getting compared to John Wall. He's
Yeah,
getting compared to John Wall and
yeah, and that's one hell of a
like
comparison.
Francis, John Wall, like athletic, like running,
I
like
like
fucking
I like the Francis
yeah.
comp.
The
I
Francis
never heard the
comp is
Francis
good.
comp. I heard John Wall though. But I
The
like
Francis
Francis
comp,
though.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like he's insanely fast. Scoot is blazing
Yeah.
fast.
Mm-hmm.
Blazing fast and genuinely like an athletic freak. Like 6'1", he's that small, but I think he has like a 40-inch vert. He has pretty decent passing vision when he doesn't get tunnel vision. A Jarris Walker syndrome. There you go, Russ. Jarris Walker syndrome. Pretty decent passing vision when he doesn't have tunnel vision. And his defense, he's so athletic that he can stay in front of anybody. Damn near
Yeah.
anybody.
No, it's like, I guess it's similar to Portland. It's like what people thought was going to happen with Anthony Simons early on in his career, because again, remember Anthony Simons won the dunk contest. He was a very athletic player, and people thought that would eventually translate to his defense. And now you look at him now, and
one
it's
of
like
the worst defenders in the league.
Yeah, he's one of the worst fucking defenders in the league. It's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of athletic type guys who just ended up not being defenders because they didn't put their ilk into it. You guys remember Isaiah Ryder? Isaiah Ryder didn't defend at all either. Isaiah
No, he
Ryder,
didn't.
Al Harrington.
No, yeah.
I think it's
No.
a misnomer that someone who's athletic is just going to automatically translate to defense, and it
They
comes
don't
from
care. They don't care.
Well, no, it comes from the idea that it's just effort, and defense isn't just effort.
No, it's not.
There is a
It's
skill
not.
to defense, and I think people don't understand that. That's why someone like
Absolutely.
I like to pick on Jordan Clarkson, because he notoriously has happy feet. He thinks just because he's moving his feet that it's good, but you can move your feet too much. That wasn't a Knicks shot, because I was even saying that when he was on the Jazz.
No. Oh no, yeah. No, because Jordan Clarkson was like that for the first 10 years of his career. I will
He was
say
doing
this
that in
year,
LA. I think Kobe got mad at him when he was doing that in LA.
yeah, like because he was like that his entire career. I will say the one thing, and we were talking about Cat earlier, how he probably had his best defensive year this year. Jordan Clarkson was probably the same way. Where I was like, yeah, because like it's when also they picked up Jose Alvarado and he was getting more minutes throughout the year, and he improved. He improved a lot from day one. Honestly, he improved a lot this season on the
Speaking of
defensive
that,
front.
we'll talk about the Knicks in a little bit when we get to that series.
Right.
You guys think you're better off without Brogdon? Because when he retired, I was like, what the hell are they going to do now to get a replacement?
I do. In hindsight, I do. I honestly forgot that even happened until the other day, because someone quote tweeted, and it was just like, whenever the Knicks lost Game 3, and I saw a quote tweet, it was like, I know he saw something happen there, and like I was just like, I wonder what did happen with that. But in hindsight, with how the backcourt looks and how they're able to utilize their depth, especially in the playoffs, which kind of shocks me because you know how rotations get tighter as the
And how
playoffs go
Tibbs
deeper.
used to do it. How Tibbs used to do it.
How I'm used to him playing like 6 or 7 people.
He did the thing.
I did do the thing, but how he used to play like 6 or 7 people, where it was just like,
Yeah.
what's the point of even having a bench?
Yeah,
And
I
like-
think
and
there was one game where Josh Hart came off the bench and he had like 45 minutes.
Yeah, and then like you notice it, I noticed at least in the conference finals last year where it was just like you could tell he was playing for his job, especially in retrospect. He was playing for his
Yes,
job when you're
absolutely.
throwing guys like Shamit and fucking DeLon Wright out there, like who had no business
Yeah.
being on the floor for a conference finals.
Respect Shamit. Shamit was hooping.
No, I like Shamit. Why the fuck was DeLon Wright there though?
I mean, they were
I
hooping.
mean, I mean, to be fair, he kind of felt like he could put some of his scrubs in because we were playing heavy Tony Bradley minutes.
No, he was playing these guys in like crucial minutes when they were down.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, remember mind
Shamit
games
was-
for Carlisle. Mind games for
And-
Carlisle.
The thing about
Remember
the Knicks,
the yeah.
I
Go
think
ahead.
we should just transfer into the Knicks. It's so natural, anyways. We're already here.
Yeah.
But I will say this: this is the biggest thing about them. The worst defender is not Cat. It's easy to pick on him because he's the big, but it wasn't even this way last year. The biggest thing about their defense is you can't have that big of a fall off defensively from your 1 and your 5. Like both of them
Yeah.
are bad. The worst is actually Jalen Brunson. But when your 1
Yeah.
and your 5 are both bad, and any team, not even just the Pacers, can sit there and mismatch attack you
Yeah.
Right.
between those two, and you have to
Yeah,
protect
yeah.
both of them. in
Only
different
one
ways.
can be bad. Only one can be bad.
Yeah, exactly.
It should
And,
be,
like-
and that's the thing is it makes it too easy to exploit because they have to try to protect both, and you
Yeah.
can't do that because you can try to hide one, but then the other one's going to get brought up. And if it's the
Yeah,
big, most
exactly.
guards can usually get past Cat, and then he might even get into
Yeah.
foul trouble. And he already has problems of getting in foul trouble offensively.
He does.
when he barrels down. So it gets really spooky for them a lot of times. But Cat has done way better defensively this year by himself. Before
Yeah,
For
this
sure.
year, I
just
would
keep
say his
just be
last year-
disciplined. Be disciplined.
his last year in Minnesota, I thought he was decent enough. Obviously,
He
Rudy
was.
Yeah.
simplifies his job terribly, but I thought it was dumb when they traded him. I was
They
like, you might as well
should've
just
traded
keep him. But it was between,
They shouldn't have traded him. They shouldn't have traded him.
hey, save the money, I guess. Shout out to
Yeah,
Capital.
shout out to Bones Highland as well. Shout
Yeah.
out to Bones Highland.
Yeah,
We'll
too.
get there in a second.
But what do you think about your Knicks though, and how they performed in that series? I think we should just transfer into that.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think that's a long topic.
No, I mean, it was definitely listen when they got the first 2 games, Atlanta. When they got the first 2 games, I was very concerned. I think any Knicks fan was at that point. But
Yeah, I was running victory laps.
yeah, you were. There were a few Pacers fans that I followed that were running victory laps. I was like, damn. But and like I couldn't even
Well,
say
how could we
anything
even let
either
him
because they
get that?
deserved it. They deserved it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like because like on paper, especially compared to Atlanta, there's no doubt who the better team is between those
Not
two in
even
terms
close,
of talent.
yeah,
Not even
no.
close. So like seeing that and seeing 34-year-old CJ McCollum going up against like and the rotations that Mike Brown were putting, especially in crunch time, where it was like
Yeah.
you're up 1. Like the biggest thing for me was in game 3, you're up 1. And you have the shortest fucking lineup imaginable. And it's to be more
Yeah.
mobile because you're looking for a more perimeter or like a mid-range shot and you want to be able to defend it. I get that. But when you have 6'1" Miles McBride, who has taken such a step back defensively compared to previous years.
He's not
and
Deuce
you have-
anymore. He's
Yeah,
not
he's
Deuce
not
anymore.
Deuce. He's fucking Miles. And he's cool. He's a good he'll knock down a few threes for you. I like him. He's a good backup, but like you have him going up against CJ McCollum, and McDeuce is shorter as is. He's like 6 foot, 6'1", something like that.
Very short.
Yeah, so it's like just shit like that really did not make a lot of sense to me. And then like what Mike Brown was saying in the post game, where he was just like, "I'm not saying we're gonna win," and it's like,
Oh
well, what
my
the f-
god.
I'm just like,
yeah.
what the fuck? I'm
Yeah.
just like, what? Like, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? I was ready for the series. I was ready for the season to be over at that point. I'm like,
You know
what
what
the
that
fuck am I
reminded me
watching?
of? You know what that reminded me
What?
of? Remember when
What's
Josh
that?
said, Remember when Josh said, "I'm fine in the West," and Grizzlies fans were like, "What is he supposed to say? We might win,
Yeah.
we might lose. I don't know." That's what Mike Brown took. Mike
Yeah,
Brown
that's
took note from
literally
that.
yeah. He was just like I better not be too confident. And I think one thing too, it was just like Mike Brown he thought he could coast through the first round of like, okay, yeah, these guys are too talented. And then after they went up 2-1, it was like, okay, like this was Mike Brown for the first 3 games, and then he sits up.
Yeah, the
and
controller.
He does whatever he has to. Yeah. He's there with the fucking controller, and he's just like, all right, let me lock in.
I felt like the Knicks did that a lot during the series. I saw a lot of coasting from them during the season. They did that, the season in general.
Yeah, they did that. They did that a lot in the regular season. They could have been a 60-win team easily. This season.
I was watching that, and I was telling Russ this. I was looking at their win record. I was like, the Celtics without Tatum are more wins than them? I'm like, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, because like the way, and once I got into the playoffs, I kind of realized, accepted it. Okay, they were purely coasting, and they were experimenting with different lineups throughout the year to prepare for this moment. And it's, okay, fair enough. Like they should have had a higher seed. I think they should have finished with like the first seed for sure. But
really should have.
They really should have, especially how you see how like the Pistons are fucking handling it. The regular season and the playoffs are completely different fucking beasts. Like it really separates the men from the boys. Yeah,
tell us about it.
Exactly. And like a good point for that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was just saying I was more mad at y'all process because and it's been like this all year. That's the only reason why I wanted to sneak this in there. Because the biggest part of y'all process that irritates me is the fact that going back to the man I've been talking about, Cat. We know he's a defensive liability. Shout out to him playing well in defense so far for this first round. But we know what he is and what he ain't.
Right.
Why would you choose to keep him out of the offense so many times throughout the season and throughout, I think, half of this first round? I liked him both as a passer and as a, obviously just getting his own bucket. Because there were plenty of times he was having beautiful passes from either the top break or in that nail and in the elbow. Shout out to that one pocket pass he gave to OG when they did a curl action. Beautiful.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
But and Jalen Brunson just didn't have it in this first round for most of the games. At least not officially. Even if he got to a 20-something, it was an ugly 20-something.
Yeah, he struggled a lot, especially through the playoffs. I think he struggled a good bit. And it wasn't like, I don't think it was the most notable, but from whenever, I think it was in January, whatever game where he had to go to the back against Sacramento after he tweaked his leg, which happens with him because with how active he is down low, it's just you're gonna fucking twist your ankle at some point. But like I noticed that with him, where it was like up until that game he was shooting 50% from the field, and then from there on he shot I think closer to 44. Yeah, he shot closer to 44%, and like that's still not bad. But for Jalen Brunson.
That's when people started being like, "Is it over?" That's when people started being like,
"That's when people started to think like, man, is he washed?" I don't think he's 100% right now, and I don't think he necessarily has to be, but the rest of the team needs to be.
Yeah,
I don't think
he took them through this. Now they have to help him out.
Exactly for the last however many years. I think
kind of like the guy on my jersey right here, literally the same thing.
Absolutely. It's. They're the beginning and the end of the team if no one else will step up for them. Yeah, and for the Sixers, they did a good job with that. With the Knicks, I saw something earlier today on Twitter. The Knicks are the only team in the NBA to be in the top 8 in the playoffs for the last 4 years. And it starts and ends with Jalen Brunson. You need to be at least competent if you're Jalen Brunson, but you need guys like OG Anunoby was lights out in that Hawks series. Cat played some of his best ball of the season in that series. Yeah,
absolutely.
And it didn't have anything to do with points for Cat either. It's because we saw Cat. He had fucking 2 triple. He never had any playoff triple doubles before this series.
Right?
And he had 2. Yeah, he had and then that final game, he had like fucking 6 assists in the first quarter.
He was great. Yeah, I think personally, I think Cat will go down as one of the better centers of this era, like from 2000 onward.
Absolutely.
And the only reason why we won't recognize him, I'm being dead serious. Yes, 2000 onward, one of the better centers, one of the better centers. Yeah, absolutely.
Like I think the reason why people probably won't hold him in that, because I agree with you on that, but I think one of the reasons why people won't hold him in that same regard, homophobia. The internet is definitely. He's not even gay, which is the funny thing.
He's not gay. He's not gay.
He's not even gay. He's just like
2,000. Can we 2,000?
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know, man. It's
I think he's
close. I
in that.
mean, so
He's
you
in that
got
tier
like
2 or 3.
Anno dopamine.
no.
He's in that
Anno
tier 2
dopamine.
3.
I mean, it's
He's
close.
in
I
that-
wouldn't have
Yeah.
like obviously you're not gonna have him over like even like if we're going off of current like
Shaq,
fucking
Dwight, yeah.
yeah, Shaq, Yao, Dwight, even current sense, like you wouldn't have him over like an Embiid or a Jokic. But I do think he is in like I think if we're going off of every center in the last 25, 26 years, I'm going to say he's top 10, maybe top 15 at worst.
I could, absolutely.
He's not going to be like I'm not going to sit here and write a list of the best centers of the last 25 years and put Cat in top 5. That's fucking ridiculous.
But straight up talent wise,
absolutely.
Yeah. Because if we're talking about just like how good you are as a basketball player, Cat's up there. And he doesn't get credit for it because people think he's soft, which is weird because I don't understand that notion.
The whole fucking and it's literally just because of how his voice is, and I think that's the stupidest thing.
It's also that one picture. It's that one picture that was Jeff Teague's fault. That was Jeff Teague's fault.
Yeah.
Can't bust his ass. Yeah, that one. But
that and that one time Jimmy Butler called him soft as baby shit.
Yeah, which I mean
it's fucking stupid.
Which I mean, yeah.
Jimmy never lied. Was he out of line?
Well, look at Jimmy now.
Hurt?
Shit.
Hurt? He's spraying on folks down. He's hurt.
Oh my god.
Well, right now he's probably fine.
It's not his fault that Pat Riley is senile.
That's what you get.
As I stomp on his ankle.
It's not his fault that Pat Riley is senile and waits till the last minute to trade him.
That is
thinking they contenders for years. Sure, buddy.
It's your fault for thinking. It's your fault for thinking being on the Warriors would end up well for you. I hope he still plays. I hope he still plays well. I think he'll be fine after the injury. Yeah, he'll be fine. He won't be a star. He won't be a star, but he can be a role player.
No, the thing with Jimmy, it's like he has a strong enough work ethic where it's going to be like he's going to come back and he will be a productive player. I don't think he's ever going to be an all-star or anywhere near that again.
But I think I think he could be Trevor Ariza.
Exactly. I mean, maybe not in terms of like build because Trevor Ariza was taller and he had like a better wingspan. It was a better.
But in terms of the role,
was he a better defender? I mean, no, he wasn't. No, but in terms of the role, yeah.
In terms of he could be a Trevor Ariza type guy, yeah.
I can see where you're coming from on that.
Speaking of the Hawks and Knicks series, Grizz will tell you this. I was trying to compare earlier when he got drafted. Actually, no, the year after his rookie season, after the playoffs, I was trying to compare Risashe to Trevor Ariza. I think I might have been too nice. Too nice.
No,
yeah.
I mean,
man.
I could just see the disappointment on Russ's face.
Yeah.
I like Trevor. That's so nice.
Because that was after Risashe's rookie year.
You're 2 for 2 right now. You just said Karl Anthony Towns top center of 2000. And
not the top center. Not the top center.
Not the top center. One of the top centers.
Top 30, yes sir. Top 30.
Not top. Okay, not. You have him in Brad Miller talks. All right.
Ooh shit.
I didn't say Brad Miller. I didn't say.
I mean, we could come up with a. We could come up with a list. Honestly, we might do that in a little bit because that's a fun exercise.
I like to include people like Tim Duncan because they switched to center.
No, power forward. Even
though he played lots of games. Okay.
Yeah, but he's known as in that case. Then I'm not counting Cat's years when he was playing alongside Gobert. That's stupid. No. We're not doing that.
Well, that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. If they are listed as first of all, the Tim Duncan thing is weird because I think he spent half his years playing center and half his years playing the power forward. Which is
he spent his years playing power forward until David Robinson.
Yeah, and then when David Robinson left, I think they tried 1 or 2 years starting like Oberto and Nazir Muhammad and Nesterovic, and that at some point they were like, you know what, screw it, he'll just be the center. Because I think then they realized that he's 6'11".
He was the best player on the team, and it was.
He was the best player. He was the best player.
He was.
Get it to Timmy and get out the way. The lies on
exactly
about them being beautiful offense Spurs the whole time.
A lot of it was Timmy iso ball.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Don't forget.
And
Don't forget.
Ginobili. And
Don't
shout
forget
out
Manu.
Ginobili.
Don't forget
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
Manu.
Because
Extremely
early Ginobili did have tunnel vision a lot. That Pop used to get on his ass for that. Pop used to. I remember I was watching the secret base video on it, and dude, I didn't realize how much Pop hated how Manu played. It makes sense looking back because of the type of guy that Pop is, but it's actually a miracle that Manu ended up on those teams and won all those titles. He should have been gone
Yeah.
by like year 4. He should have been gone by like year 4. The
Pop
way
is a
that
weird dude. He can hate
yeah.
how you play, but he can still learn how to use you.
Shout out to
There's been a
Steven.
lot
Shout
of
out
people
to
that Manu
yeah.
either that Pop didn't either like them or like their play style and still figured out a way to use. That's
Yeah.
why Pop is one of the greatest coaches.
Shout out to the greatest.
Yeah.
He's the greatest.
Sure.
He's the greatest.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, he's Pop. I mean, it's Pop, Phil Jackson, or Red Auerbach. Which one are you gonna go with? But with the Pop argument, shout out to Steven Jackson
Why would I
too.
go with Red Auerbach? He got carried. He got carried by one of the goats. I'm not doing this with Red Auerbach.
Shout out to Red Auerbach. Shout out to Red Auerbach. He told Bill Walton, who could legally qualify for a handicap spot, that he's good enough to play. And Bill Walton won a championship. So shout out to Pop for that. Shout out to Red for that.
Sounds like
speaking
a
of
Felton merchant to me.
a what?
A William Felton merchant to me.
Oh my God. Okay. I mean, you want to get into it? Casey Jones, let's talk about you then. Oh man.
We're not putting William Felton in those talks. We're not doing that.
We could put him in the very high talks though. Shout out to him. Great player.
Yeah.
Great player. Loved him.
Took
me a while to find.
I'm never
disrespecting Bill Russell.
Never leaving that agenda.
Yeah, I will say he trumps Chamberlain as a man as well, because Will was fucking around with a white woman, as we know. If you've read actually Wilt's not documentary, but his autobiography, most of the centers from that era hated him.
I believe
and
that.
even like the guys that idolized him. Russ, you know that Kareem grew to hate Wilt, right?
Yeah, but Kareem was also a jerk.
No, I can understand why Kareem was a jerk. I can understand why.
All of it wasn't because of the Milwaukee stuff. All of it wasn't because of the life choice stuff. Some of it was on-court stuff.
I think
when he punched Ken Benson,
like I said, you know my catchphrase. We don't know these men, but plenty of other people have all said similar things about Kareem.
What do you think, Knicks?
I think
in a jerk.
I think to be as well revered as guys like Wilt or Kareem were, like at minimum, you have to have some sort of ego or be a jerk in certain aspects. Like it's just, I feel like that's just kind of like, I guess like, what's the word I'm looking for? The rite of passage, I guess.
Yeah, the rite of passage. When we're at this, when do you think they dropped the Michael Jordan was a nice guy act? When do you think they stopped pretending with that? That's a good question.
When did they stop that? Yeah.
It depends on who you ask, though.
Yeah.
It always depends on who you ask.
Yeah,
I'm nobody, and there are people out there to this day that don't like me. I've literally had someone apologize to me mid-job because they said they had me misjudged for like the first 2 months they knew me. I was so apathetic to certain things about the job, and they were like, "I thought you were just a jerk," and I was like, "No, I just genuinely don't care about the same things you care about." Clock in and clock out.
Harsh reality.
I'm nobody. Let alone like being one of the best at the sport. I will tell you, it will always depend on who you're around. I
will always say this about Michael Jordan, and this is one of my critiques about Space Jam 2. The most likable Michael Jordan ever was to the public eye in his 30, 40 plus years of being in the public eye was in Space Jam, and he was only likable for half of that movie. That's what I'll say as well. That's what I'll say as well.
That movie also only exists because you know who those two sets of characters are. If you don't know who Michael Jordan is and you don't know who the Looney Tunes are, that movie makes no sense.
Absolutely.
It's actually a bad movie when you actually step back and realize
it's not good. No, Space Jam is fundamentally not that good of a movie.
No. It's fun though. I will watch it to this day.
No, it's fun. No. The thing is, it is fun. It is fun. I will watch Space Jam the same way that I will listen to Weird Al. right? I'm not
Right.
watching it for enjoyment, but I'm
Yeah, you're
watching
not.
it because having fun.
You're not watching it for like peak critical cinema or whatever the fuck
No,
someone
hell
would
no.
Shout
say.
out
It's
to,
like
hey, shout out
you're
to
watching it to have fun because it's
Yeah.
impossible to fail with the two groups like
Exactly.
combined.
shout
Yeah.
out to the Toon Squad going on like a 10-0 run while they were in a timeout.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, what score is kind of one-sided, isn't it? Have you ever thought of that? When it was like 10 to kind of one-sided, isn't it?
That was a good joke actually. I thought that was a good joke.
It was a joke, but what number was
You
that?
were here until you said that. That was a good one.
No, what number was that? What number is kind of one-sided, isn't it? That always pissed me off.
Look up Game 6, Knicks versus Hawks.
That's probably it.
And this will bring me into that other conversation. If you're a losing team in a series, would you rather lose like how the 2024 Pacers lost to Boston, or how the Hawks just lost to New York? Would you rather have 4 competitive losses or 4 blowouts and then 2 1-point wins, and then one of the most embarrassing losses ever?
I mean,
Probably 4 competitive losses, honestly.
I guess I'd rather lose in a Game 7. Wait, what are the 2 options?
No. 2024 Pacers, the Celtics series.
Okay.
Okay, that or what the Hawks just did versus the Knicks.
I guess Hawks, because technically it was more competitive. They at least won 2 games, even though everybody
Yeah, but
agrees
was
that
it though?
the Pacers were competitive in all 4 games. At the end of the day, we didn't win a single game though. So even if we were competitive in all,
what is it, Knicks? What is it, Knicks?
I mean, you will remember those wins more. Like if you're talking about like, hey, do you remember the Hawks Knicks series and won those 2 games? But you're also going to remember that they lost by 51 points.
Yeah, but also the first thing when you think of when somebody says
when you
you
think
remember
about the
Hawks
Pacers
series. When you think about the Pacers Celtics series, you think about Andrew Nembhard going crazy in Game 3. That's the first thing that I think. Yeah, the first thing.
I think the story that's probably going to be remembered is the fact that we choked that lead in Game 1.
Yeah.
I don't think people don't talk about that. No. People talk about how we had the Celtics on edge. That's what they talk about. Even Celtics fans to this day talk about it.
Yeah, we choked it away.
No, they don't talk about us choking. No, it's the loving side of King Vaughn. They don't talk about us choking.
No, they look at it. They look at it like
a young team.
What was I talking?
They
look at that. Yeah.
They look at that
like
almost did it.
Before.
You have a lot of faith in people, Cam. I'm trying to tell you right now, especially depending on what happens with the rest of the Pacers, storyline from here on out.
Yeah.
Will depend on if they want to be nice about that series.
Yeah.
If we win 3 in a row, if we go back and we finally get back against the Thunder, they might be nice to us.
If we win 1, they'll be nice to us probably.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
I think probably in I was just gonna say I think in however many years, again depending like you said on how history treats the Pacers from here on out. I think people will go back in that series. If it's not favorably, they will go back and tear whoever apart. Like they'll tear whoever on that team. They'll tear Rick Carlisle apart for some of the rotations he was putting in those games.
Yeah.
The not fouling up 3 was also.
Not fouling up 3. But at this.
Even then, though, we've also done stuff like that all playoff series last year. We did.
That was a one time it didn't work for us.
We played straight up, and we also ran the clock a lot to put pressure on teams. Because the thing about that too is what people don't realize. A big reason why people will keep playing instead of using a timeout is so the team can't adjust their lineup. Like if I'm going against the Nuggets, I don't want to use a timeout so they can take Jokic off the floor. No, keep that fatty out there.
Yeah,
I want to eat. Keep that buffet out there underneath the rim.
Yeah, collard greens, mac and cheese, yams,
oxtails, and these are neck bones.
He's a candy buffet. He's a candy buffet.
Yeah. But would you rather be known for blowing a 5-point lead in the last 8 seconds of Game 1, or by losing by 51 points at home?
In a must win.
There's bads on both sides, but at least one side won 2 games, and they took leads from the Knicks as well. Because the Knicks,
they did blow that Game 3 lead. They did blow that Game 3 lead. They didn't
Let
pull
those
that game 3 lead.
I think it was a game. I think the Knicks. That was a game 2. That was.
Was
I
that
thought that was
game
a
2?
Garden, right? When they blew that. Yeah, that was game 2.
Yeah, that was.
And
Yeah.
then the
Even some
Hawks.
of the Knicks wins were closer than what people realized too.
Yeah, they kind of did pull away at the end.
Yeah, there was like I mean, I think it was only one of them. Like they were up by 20 in game 1, and then the Hawks started to cut down a little bit, and the Knicks were able to run away from there. Then the other 3, I believe, were blowouts or close to blowouts. I know 5 and 6 were blowouts. Game 4 might have been closer.
Yeah.
It was a bit closer. I remember it was a bit closer. I remember game 3 was the 1-point lead where I think OG hit a 3, and then McCollum followed it up with another 3, and then McCollum hit a mid-range for them to take the lead, and then Brunson threw up some BS at the end that didn't go in. Yeah.
In game 2 it was just Bridges, I trust you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you still holding out that umbrella for him for Bridges?
I will, depending. Like if it's a monsoon, I will. If it's drizzling, fucking get your own.
I like that. I like that. It's kind of how I used to feel about Miles.
I'm sorry.
Turner.
5-6 isn't saying enough.
No, like
Oh man.
we'll see how he does the rest of the way. But
price is not the same price.
But yeah, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Exactly.
Yesterday's price is not.
I could see a world where somebody that's not necessarily a star player gets you, you pay 5 picks for them. Maybe not Mikal Bridges though.
And while we're at that, let's talk about the Magic series. Let's talk about the Magic Pistons series. Good segue. Good segue.
Perfect segue.
Great segue. Great segue. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about Desmond Bane.
Yeah. Let's talk about him. The thing with Bane is that, like, I kind of get it, where it's like last ditch resort because your team isn't going anywhere and you have to trade all those picks. But to do all that just to get a wait until we're healthy again season is just like
ridiculous.
Yeah. And Paolo, you will answer for that game 6 because good lord, that
there
game
were
6.
There were a lot of games like that for Paolo in this series.
He played bad all series. I'm
there were
so glad that they lost.
There were 2 games.
I didn't want people to lie about him if they won. They were going to lie.
No, there were, out of the 7, I believe there were 2, maybe 3 games where he played well.
Yeah.
Today it's kind of hard to like we all knew they were after game 6. We knew they were done.
I knew. No, it was a foregone conclusion. It was fucking over. Yeah, it was a foregone conclusion. Yeah, absolutely. But man, some of those, I don't understand, Paolo. If he played like how he did in Game 7, if he just took that mindset and just turned it into how he plays during the regular season, not even the attributes, just in 2K, just change your tendencies. Don't even touch your attributes, just touch your tendencies.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You'd be fine.
And like we were talking about it on Tuesday on the Takeover stream, and it was like, it was similar in a way, not exactly, but it's similar in a way to like how I would complain about Julius Randle over a couple years, where it's like Julius Randle is this big dude.
2022 Randle. 2022 Randle.
Yeah, like he's this big dude, and he can use his body to get down low and get those easy points, get fouled, and he tried. And it's the same thing with the guards, like we were talking earlier. He tried to be a fucking jump shooter, like and a lot of the time, just not going to work for a guy like Julius Randle. Yeah, sometimes it will, but sometimes it won't.
Because at some point, because I think in 2022, Randle put on so much strength, so much power in the offseason.
After that, most improved, and then like look at the regular season, he shot 40%, and for a forward, like let alone like, and I think at that point he was forward center because he was playing center for like some of that season.
Yeah, he was small ball. Yeah,
but like as a forward, that's fucking for anybody. That's fucking terrible in today's NBA.
Yeah, absolutely. That 2022 season is such a weird season for Randle because I've never seen a guy regress. He went back to his 2020 self, just taking shots and just playing terribly.
I would argue he was worse. I would argue he was worse than his 2020
Yeah, because expectations. Yeah,
like he just won Most Improved, his first All-Star. He was expected to prove people wrong after a fucking abysmal playoff performance.
I think he statistically had one of the most. I think 2021 Randle statistically had like one of the best big man shooting seasons that we've seen in a while.
He shot
efficiency wise.
Yeah, from a jump shot perspective, absolutely. He shot 41% from 3, and he wasn't shooting like a couple of attempts a game.
4 or 5 attempts a game. It was crazy.
Yeah, and then
now, yeah.
Yeah, and like granted, he didn't have a point guard for a lot of the time he was in New York. So I guess in
yeah,
that
Derrick
22
Rose.
season, yeah, and Alec Burks. I was talking about that with my dad the other day. My fucking Alec Burks when Tom Thibodeau played him at point guard for a whole season just to
Yeah,
see how it went.
Alec Burks. Yeah,
Like no wonder that season didn't work out for him.
I don't think he got
yeah.
better with Jalen Brunson either though when they first played together. I don't think him and Jalen Brunson was an ideal fit either though, to be honest. And
Not at
it felt like
I,
it felt like they took from each other.
They did, and it's why I think it's better that Randall ended up going because I think Cat could be a lot more adaptable to being like either
They
he
fit
can
very
step
well.
up or he can
They fit very
step up
well.
or step back if need be.
Yeah.
Where it's like with Randall, it's like and I was a little skeptical when he went to Minnesota because I guess we can get to that. We're getting to a lot of good stuff. But with Randall going there with Ant, I was very skeptical for the same reason I was with Brunson, where it's like you need to clear 1-2, not a 1A 1B.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's and Randall, to his credit, he's put his ego to the side with that. Which, listen, like I said, for any athlete, it's hard to do that. So I guess credit to him for being able to take that step back.
And he changed the way he played. The change of way he played.
Exactly.
Paint beast now. Paint beast.
He stopped trying to be a fucking point guard.
Yeah, and he got his ass in the paint.
Which for a time, when you are by default the best playmaker on your team, you kind of have to be. But he was able to adjust it, and that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of success there.
He has had a lot of success. Do you feel like if Randall played that way in New York, it would have been a better fit, or what?
I think so, because like you go up until he got traded. You go up and like you look at the stats between him and Brunson, or like you even fuck stats. If you watch the games, they're kind of viewed on the same like level, and they're not.
Yeah,
they shouldn't be anyways.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it was sort of like a loyalty thing with Randall, where it's like, okay, you've been here long enough, you've proven yourself enough, so
you're grandfathered in. You're grandfathered
exactly. And again, not that he was bad, or at least in the regular season, not that he was bad.
We're not talking about
good
the
at all in the
playoffs.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
But like, yeah. So I think at the end of the day, though, everything worked out with that. And again, good for him because he just fucking advanced.
And especially now with Ant being more of a jump shooter now, having one of the most efficient 3-point shooting seasons, I think, ever. Volume and efficiency. Ever.
It has to be up there, I would think.
Yeah, one of the most efficient shooting seasons ever. And that's not a hyperbole. I remember when
I don't think it is, no?
When Ant first got into the league, I think his rookie season, he shot like 31% or something. He wasn't that good of a 3-point shooter.
No,
he was a driver. He was a finisher.
Yeah,
he was a finisher.
Added to his game every single
year. No, he's evolved like hell.
There are not many players I can honestly say every year they've added something to their game, whether it be a whole new skill, a mastery of a skill, like, increasing the efficiency or increasing the volume of a skill. He's somebody that's done it every single time. That's why I was still not a fan of them getting rid of Cat, because I like what Cat brought offensively to that team more so than Randall.
Yeah,
right.
I think Randall hasn't changed that much. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing. I try not to hate on Randall too much. I just don't. I don't.
You're not really huge on his game, really.
Not really huge, and I came in very huge on Randall's game back when he was the Lakers. When he was with the
Pelican.
Lakers. Pelican was fine, but I was really in on him with the Lakers. I actually saw him play live against the Pacers when it was the young Lakers.
The baby
Kuzma,
Lakers.
Randall. Kuzma had the quietest 30 I've ever seen in my life that game, but we beat the love out of them. We beat everything out of them. That was the
Hickory era.
It would be Hickory era. We didn't wear the Hickory jerseys for that game because it was Victor Oladipo on them. But I bought a black Victor Oladipo shirt.
But I mean, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the stats right now, and Randall leaving was a direct correlation to Ant becoming a 3-point master. Because the last year that, Randall getting there, not Randall leaving. But what I'm seeing here, 24 was the last year that Cat had with them, right? The last year Cat had in Minnesota,
yeah,
24, 23,
24, yeah.
Yeah, and that year Ant took 6.7 threes. He shot 35.7%, which I think is like close to league average at this point, especially for a guard. Something like that.
7. It's probably something like that, yeah.
Something like league average. But then the next year, Cat leaves, and they have Gobert there. They have Gobert and Randall, which is more clogged, like the paint was clogged. I remember all the jokes that people were making were like, where's the spacing now? And I was one of those people who was making the jokes. I was like, wait, how are they going to do this? Ant is only an okay 3-point shooter. And then the next season, Ant goes out, takes 10.3 a game, and shoots basically 40%. And this year, he's taken 8 a game, and he shoots 40%,
Yeah,
which is
that's the biggest.
insane.
That's the biggest thing. That's why I wouldn't even harp on his percentage too much, except for in a positive, aspect, because he keeps upping the volume too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
When
even,
you're
I
shooting,
mean,
when you're shooting that much, and then also he is taking a brunt of the playmaking responsibilities. So a
yeah,
lot of that
pretty
is
good
on
passer.
the stuff too.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say
absolutely.
he's a very good passer. He's able to make reads because they'll send those double teams to him. And he
Yeah, yeah.
initially did just
He's a
do
good bailout guy. He's a good
yeah,
bailout. He's a good.
yeah.
Now
So
it will hurt them. It will hurt them in the next series because Dante's out, and get well soon to Dante, because
Yes.
Achilles is tough.
yeah, Dante's gone. But Anthony was upgraded to questionable already. So
I don't
he's
think he'll play game 1. I don't think he'll
I
play
don't
I
game
don't
think
think
one.
he will either, but he's at least questionable for game 1. They said that he's
I
clear for
think
basketball activities.
I think
The
he'll
fact
play
that
game
he's even
2.
clear, the fact that he's even clear for basketball activities is a good idea.
Yeah,
I
Because
guess
that's
yeah.
because
I
that's
didn't
even
think Joel was going to be back as soon as he was, because
Dude,
yeah,
no.
he might be
And
pushed back.
if we're talking about guys who have made improvements to their game that nobody's talked about, Joel's become such a better passer. It's insane.
Oh, dude,
His passing and
absolutely.
his playmaking is incredible. Like I was watching that game 7. I was watching some of the reads he was making, like some of the backdoor cuts to like Oubre or like Q Grimes and PG getting to the rim. He was throwing no looks. He was doing Jokic
I've
impersonations.
never seen him do shit like that before.
Never,
And he
ever,
used to
ever.
shrink a lot of times when it came to not getting a bucket. Like, if he wasn't getting the bucket, he didn't know what to do with that ball.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if I could bring y'all back to the game in the 2019-2020 season of playing the Raptors, and he had 0 points. 0 points.
I
If y'all remember that?
that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
Russ, you
remember
remember that? He had
Yeah.
0 points against the Raptors and Marc Gasol, right? And a lot of that was Mark, because Mark's like big and burly, big wingspan. He was like him and Ibaka were swarming Embiid. They had Embiid they had Embiid in a cage, yeah. And Embiid at that point couldn't pass out. And that was like the weird part where there was no Redick, there was no Butler. Harris was Their best 3-point shooter at that point, I think, was Robert Covington, which is
That
Yeah.
sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Robert. Was Sharge on that team, or was Sharge gone at that point in 2020?
In 2020, he was. I don't know. I mean, I want to say he was because, like, again, he was.
He was in Phoenix.
That was either
Phoenix.
That was
the next
either his
year.
last year or his first year gone.
You said 2020?
Yeah, 2019-2020. Yeah. Let me look at this team
They
actually.
still would have had Tobias Harris, right?
Yeah, but Tobias was. You know how Tobias was back then. Even now.
Yeah,
Even now,
they did.
Tobias is very, very up and down.
Yeah, like look at how he did
So
today compared to
very-
Game 6.
Yeah.
The point-
And I got beef with you, Tobias. You couldn't do that at least once with Joel. Man. Listen. How are you? Tobias was making shots in this game 7 that I have never seen him make once with Joel Embiid on the floor. Not
You
once.
Your side. Stay over there. You can't hate on Jimmy and Tobias. Choose a side.
No, I like Jimmy. I was joking about Jimmy. Tobias is
like,
real
listen,
smoke.
He said, this is serious heat. I got
This
serious
is
heat.
serious. No, I have serious business. Because you make these people with certain agendas, and by agendas, you know what I mean. These basketball fans that stopped watching when Larry Bird retired. You know what I mean. You have those people shitting on Embiid because his supporting cast can't do the work. And honestly, I would love to see if you took current Embiid and put him in the 2019 series, or put him in like the 2018 series against the Celtics, or even like the 2021 series.
If he had the ability to pass, it would.
Oh my goodness! Because
if you dropped Embiid in the 2019 series against Toronto, I think the Sixers might win in 6. Honestly,
I will say this. I will say this to the grave, and hopefully that's a long time because I want to live a long life.
yes.
But listen, I think if Kawhi did not make that shot, if they won that game 7, the Sixers would be NBA champions. I truly believe that. I truly want to, in my heart, 100% believe that. I truly believe that.
I don't think that's not a crazy take.
Yeah,
That's not a
yeah,
crazy
they
No,
would
it's
be.
not.
No,
There would be
because I think
I mean, with how
injury
everything
on injury,
turned
there would be
out,
nobody for Joel Embiid.
no, with
yeah.
how everything turned out, the only thing that I would want is like, would Giannis be the one to stop Embiid at that
No,
point?
no, because he was playing with Eric Bledsoe. No.
Yeah, yeah, you're
No,
not.
he was
I
playing
mean,
with Eric Bledsoe. No, we forget how bad Bledsoe was in the playoffs. I was there watching all those damn games, and so were you guys, I'm guessing. Bledsoe is one of the biggest playoff droppers I've ever seen. He was pitiful in 2019 and 2020. My goodness. He was one of the main reasons they blew that lead in 2019. He made Fred VanVleet look like an all-star. Good Lord. Goodness gracious.
Shout out Fred.
I believe Fred VanVleet did become an all-star like a year or
Yeah,
two
but
later.
yeah, but that was role player Fred VanVleet. That was not even
That's
starter
true.
Fred
Yeah.
VanVleet.
No,
That
that's true.
was fresh off a two-way contract Fred VanVleet.
I think,
That
I
was
think,
that huh?
I think Fred got his All Star in like 2020 or 2021 or something.
2020
It was something like that,
2022,
yeah.
2022, 2022.
Like that.
Oh, was it 2022?
Yeah, it was 2022. It was 2022. I think he got it with Pascal.
I thought it was
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
He seemed like a COVID all-star, honestly.
Let me look at these the best shooters on this 2020 Philadelphia
Randall was a
76ers
COVID all-star
team.
too, and we saw how that ended.
He was.
Shout out to Kung Fu.
Let me look at the best shooters on this 2020 Philadelphia 76ers team. All right, the best shooter at 43% is Shake Milton.
Oh shit, I forgot he was there.
Shake Milton. Three attempts a game, only played 40 games. Number 2 was Trey Burke. Trey Burke was on this team?
Let's put some
Oh yeah,
context
he
on it,
was.
right?
Yeah.
Let's not just bring up raw percentages. Let's look at the.
Okay, well let's look at names. All right, Shake Milton, Trey Burke, Alec Burks, Furkan Korkmaz, Raul Neto, Mike Scott, Tobias Harris, Matisse Thybulle, Al Horford, James Ennis, and Josh Richardson. I count 1.84 good shooters on that team. 1.84 good shooters on that team.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But imagine if that version of Embiid was playing at that time, the Sixers would be champions. They would have at least one championship because that's the biggest qualm on Embiid's game is that, and even I think the Knicks did this to him too in 2024. When they double teamed him, he genuinely looked lost. He looked lost. And now when I see it, at that point where they're like, you can double team, it was like the Kobe jokes, the jokes that people made about Kobe. Russ, you remember this. If you double team him, he's just going to shoot over and he's going to miss it. Right? That's genuinely what Embiid used to do. And he'd miss. And that's why his percentages were so down when he was like contested. But now you double team the guy, he's doing this. He's doing that.
We'll see. I do want to say this is only one series. We'll see though, and there wasn't a big for him on that team. The best option was Kate.
Right.
We'll see how the next series goes. I mean, like I said, I still think he got better at passing, but I do think it'll be interesting when some better size gets put on him. When some better wing defenders get put on. Some better wing defenders are out there, clogging up the lanes and maybe picking some of those passes.
I think in this series, I'll make my prediction. I think it's going to be Knicks in 6, but I think Embiid still gets his. I think Knicks in 6, Embiid still gets his. Yeah. That's my. What do you think, Russ?
I think I'm gonna go Knicks in 6 as well. That sounds about right. I feel like the Knicks will probably give them at least one game.
I think they'll give them one. I think they'll give them one
game. I think the Knicks will give them at least one.
I think they'll give them one in MSG, one of the first two in MSG, and they'll probably give them game 2, and then I think they'll give them game 4 to tie it up.
The thing is, like, there's really nobody for Embiid. If Embiid can be who Embiid is supposed to be, he's been when he's healthy, they have nobody for him. I think it's somebody for him except for maybe
no,
Wemby.
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't even think Chet either, and actually he could take a lot away from Chet.
Absolutely, he's like the antithesis to Chet. Yeah, absolutely, because Chet doesn't do good with straight body to body contact. Exactly, absolutely. I think it's gonna be similar to how the last Knicks Sixers series goes. Embiid gets his, but they just don't have enough around the margins. I think we're due for a couple Paul George stinkers. Unfortunately, as much as he did great in the
Take.
series, I'm
Hell
sorry. I
take.
feel it coming. I feel it coming. I
Hell
feel it
take.
coming. I'm over my hatred of Paul George. I have a PG jersey somewhere in my closet. I even have 2 PG shoes. The first pair of like ball shoes that I got in years in 2017 were a pair of PG ones. Iconic shoe. But I feel like we're in for at least 1 or 2 stinkers. It's gonna happen, and I'm afraid the Mac will have to be caged up again. We're enjoying the return of the Mac now, but it's gonna have to be gone in a little bit.
I'm gonna let you know right now. I think you'll see a Maxi stinker before you see a Paul George stinker.
I definitely do think
I
I'm
can
gonna
see
see a
that.
Maxi stinker. I think McCall, yeah.
I can see a
I think they're
Maxi
gonna
stinker
put-
in game 1, honestly.
Coming off the high, and especially with only
first
1 day
game
of
in the
rest.
Garden.
Yeah, 1 day of rest. You got to go to the Garden. Hell no. With Larry David
Yeah.
there, yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
No. I mean,
Garden Glaze.
I mean. Listen, Russ. Not everyone can go off in the Garden, right? Not everyone. Not everyone. Russ, put your hands up so we can see the shirt. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Yeah.
Big chest.
Yeah. There you go. Not everyone can go off in the Garden. Yeah, this is a Knicks fan, by the way. So it's very funny. It's very funny. We've surrounded him, Russ. You're wearing the one of the biggest enemy, and I'm wearing the one of the guy that he's playing up against.
Yeah, I think I
should have put on my Colic Hallie ones, the blue ones.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, those are nice. Those are nice. What were you saying, Knicks?
You know, it's funny, like, because I saw the game 1 stuff, because I guess we're approaching that time period now, like the anniversary of it. The thing is, with the Halliburton, at least like with the game tire, I said game winner when I tweeted it, but it was really to tie the game. That's not what like hurts me about it. It's the Aaron Nesmith magnet ball that was really pissing me off. And it still pisses me off. Like,
it's always magnet ball when it's the other thing.
No.
It's always magnet ball.
It always is. It always is.
Magnet ball.
No, the shots that Aaron Nesmith was hitting, I've never seen people hit those shots like with the amount of fucking pressure on him.
Where he almost made Josh Hart tackle him.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
He did one dribble to the right, and I will say this.
Dude, his legs were like this. He was shooting like this. I remember that.
Yeah.
Aaron Nesmith is a really good motion shooter.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But for him to have that cheerleader
contortionist body.
Yeah, no. It's not like
by that point he had already hit like 5 in that
4.
quarter.
Yeah, that was the second to last one. I think.
At that point, I'm not mad at Josh Smith. I said Josh Smith.
Josh Hart. Opposite of Josh Smith.
I'm not mad at
Josh Smith tackling
out so hard, which I'm also surprised they didn't give him a foul on that. I thought it was going to be an and one because he did grab his whole head.
And while we're at it, Knicks, we should have won in 6 in 2024 because that was a kickball in game 1. That was a kickball in game 1.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm going to say this right now. I didn't know this, but Knicks used to send my tweets in his group chat back when we didn't know each other.
I did.
Yeah. Used to be like, look at this fucking guy.
Yeah, and the thing is like everyone else was like, "Oh fuck, bro, really?" Like they were saying, like they were seeing your tweets, and they were just like, "Man, what a fucking dick," because like they didn't like the Pacers either.
Yeah,
it's RPW Philadelphia over there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you never told me how you felt when the Celtics lost that game 7. You were kind of neutral.
I was kind of neutral, honestly, because it was just
you hate both of them.
Yeah, I wasn't really a big fan. I was rooting for Embiid though, because like. When was the last time the Sixers beat the Celtics in the playoffs? 83?
80. It was Moses Malone. It was the 4-4-4.
It was the beat LA series, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that was around like 83. So I was like just by default, where it was just like I don't even hate Embiid, like I did 2-3 years ago, where it's just like
you got over it.
I got over it. Like I don't hate Embiid. Like, after the Knicks series, like I kind of got over the Embiid thing.
I think part of it is seeing like all the let's face it, racially motivated hate that he gets.
Yeah,
we're being honest here. Are we being honest here?
No, that was kind of it. Like the shit that Jokic is doing, that they were like throwing like, oh, look what Embiid does. Embiid doesn't do that.
Yeah. Dave Portnoy. When I saw that he was mad, my whole day was made. My whole day was made when I saw that he was mad.
Yeah, like seeing the people who like seeing how they react to Joel Embiid it really changed my opinion of Joel Embiid in a positive way, where it's just like maybe he's not as bad as I was fucking making him out to be in my it's the fucking boogeyman or something.
Yeah, and it's also like the empathy thing where it's like you see a man in pain and all the shit that he's had to go through, and see these columnists, people going at his son and stuff. You're like, nah.
Yeah, they were going after his son, his brother last year. That's where I think I really started to turn it around on him. That's pathetic.
When he told that reporter,
wasn't that Philadelphia media too who was doing
it was
that?
a Philadelphia media member, and Joel confronted him, and he said that next time you say something about my son or my family, it will not be you that has to deal with the consequences, but me. Which is honestly, I would leave town if he said that to me.
Yeah,
I'm leaving town. No, I'm bouncing. Yeah,
no, I would just quit and become an independent fucking journalist. Like I'm not even gonna show up to the games anymore at that point.
I probably wouldn't even watch basketball because Joel Embiid threatening me. Oh my god.
No, I'm good.
That guy could. Yeah. We're lucky that guy decided not to go into combat sports.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Embiid, would be a great UFC fighter, but he would also roundhouse kick Dana White if he didn't give him the money that he's paid. Shout out Francis Ngannou.
Exactly.
Yeah, but let's get to this Rocket stuff too. Speaking of roundhouse kicking your teammates, Jabari Smith Jr. and Kevin Durant. Told them another segue. Ooh. I'm on fire right now. We'll make it happen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys think that Kevin will stay on this team?
No.
Yes or no? No.
Russ? I think he's gone. I don't know where he goes. I don't know what happens. I just don't.
I'll say yes, because I don't think there's a deal. But
that's the thing. I don't know where the hell he would go.
Yeah, I just with everything I've seen with Kevin Durant and how he feels about his teammates and all of that shit, I don't see a future with those guys.
Yeah,
I think the only trade that could mathematically happen would be
the Nets again.
Jimmy Butler for Kevin Durant. We get a Kevin Durant reunion over there. I don't know what makes sense. Y'all can shoot me any idea that makes mathematical sense.
I was reading certain hypothetical teams that he could go to. I don't have the math for how the money would make out and all that, but the two names I was hearing,
the top three big cities they always start with the big three cities.
Yeah, it is the top three big cities.
Yeah. He's gonna say this 4-team deal for Miami to get Kevin Durant.
Miami was one of the teams that I saw. I saw two teams. Miami was one of them. So there you go. But now Tyler Hero is too valuable. They're not going to give up Tyler Hero, clearly. But the Heat and the Knicks.
Yeah, the Heat and the Knicks. It's always those two. It's only those two. It's only those two. I'm sure they'll throw the Lakers in there at some point too. No. And it's gonna be some bullshit. It's gonna be some bullshit like Josh Hart, Tyler Kolek, and Jordan Clarkson, and one first-round pick.
Dude, what was that trade that I saw? It was a hypothetical. I forgot where it was to. It was some nonsense hypothetical. Let me see if I could find it real quick. I think it was NBA Central.
While he looks for that, I don't want to distract him too much, but as somebody who is a Knicks fan, I don't think you live in New York, but as somebody who's a Knicks fan,
I don't.
How do you feel about people that still hang on for dear life to the
Trae Young?
To the big market propaganda that all these guys want to go play at big market teams, even though we haven't seen a marquee player signed to a big market team.
The Knicks haven't gotten a big. The Knicks haven't gotten a big market free agent since Melo.
Yeah, even that was a trade.
Not even the Knicks. No, name me the big market team that signed somebody. Go ahead.
LeBron, AD. That's it.
Yeah,
AD already played for the team. LeBron went to the Lakers, and if you ask me, LeBron is the exception because LeBron can just show up anywhere and say, "Give me this money." The team
he should have went to Philly. He should have went to Philly
to push the Joel Embiid propaganda.
No, because it would have just been a better situation.
Yeah,
it would have just been a better situation
than LA.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah. LeBron in Philly for 2019 versus LA, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he did end up winning a ring a year after that, though. Even if
but that was after
really
the AD trade. Nobody had the AD trade in mind in 2018. Nobody had that in mind. They were like, he's gonna leave, but not that he's gonna join LeBron.
I may not have known he was going to the Lakers. I knew he wasn't going to go to the Lakers and just play with that young squad the whole time.
Yeah. There was going to be cleanup. I didn't
think everybody was going to get gone, but I was like, okay, they're going to make some sort of second star deal.
Yeah, shout out to the.
I would have liked to see LeBron with Jew or LeBron with Zoe for longer. You know what I'm saying?
LeBron with who? Who?
Julius
Randle.
Randle.
Oh, Julius Randle. Oh, you said Jew. I was like, wait, hold on, wait.
That's what you go by.
No, I thought we were getting into some murky.
I know
Yeah,
where
I thought we were getting into some murky waters. Hold on.
No. Shout out to Kobe being the one that used to call him that all the time. I don't know if other players call him that, but Kobe definitely called him that for sure.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, he
I know Jew. I know Ju.
Yeah,
J.U.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
we wear big hats over here, not tiny hats. That is
The trade that I saw, by the way, I found it on NBA Central.
there it goes.
The Nuggets received Kevin Durant and a 2029 first round pick, and the Rockets
Okay.
received Jamal Murray.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just that'll make it worse.
The thing that would, and I think
That
the
would
thing
make
with
it
the Kevin
worse.
Durant situation with
The Rockets
anybody,
would who'll get worse?
Was that?
The Rockets or the Nuggets?
I'd say both
At
teams.
least the Rockets get a ball handler.
That is true.
I mean,
That
yeah,
is true.
honestly,
Shit,
yeah,
the
no,
Rockets might win that. The
yeah, it would be
Rockets might
Nuggets.
win that trade. Yeah, the
It would
Nuggets might get worse.
It would absolutely be the Nuggets.
Yeah. The Nuggets get worse. I was gonna say the
No.
Nuggets get worse anyway. So yeah.
That
I
one
think the Nuggets are gonna. I think the Nuggets are gonna get worse no matter what. I think they're gonna make some serious moves. They
Their
have to.
window's over. Their window's over. It's done.
The window's over.
It's
I think
done,
the best you can hope for, because unless Jokic leaves the team, there's never going to be a rebuild.
He's not leaving. He's not leaving.
Exactly. So it's going to be as close of as big of a retool as you could probably get. I wouldn't be shocked if everybody except for Jokic was on the table.
Are you saying we're gonna get another Giannis post 2021 thing happening?
I think it's possible. I think it's very possible.
Know if his situation will be the same because he's already
It's not.
Whereas
He's already
Giannis as well. But I think Jokic looks at it a little bit differently. I mean, I don't want to lean into the he doesn't care stuff, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to be a situation where he's willing to move 6 times just to go get a ring or compete or whatever like that.
Yeah, I don't think.
Jokic is staying. Jokic
has already done everything there is to do. Like anything else at this point is gravy. He's still people still haven't cemented as the top 25, I think, is what most people have him around.
What did Knicks? What did Simon Gotch say? He's already done his art stuff. He's here to do his money work.
He's just doing his money work now.
Exactly.
He already made his art.
Yeah, and now he's here to do his money work, which fits more for Jokic than for Finn Balor. But I digress.
I think the only non-Jokic player on the Nuggets who probably isn't on the table to get traded, and it's mostly because they're going to be waived, Christian Brown, because this season he's kicking off a 5-year, $125 million extension.
Why did they give him that deal, man?
He had a decent run in 2023 or 24, and
24.
They got too excited.
They can't waive him because if you waive him, you still have to pay the money, and it goes against your books.
Yeah, you got to stretch that money. You might have his money on the books for even more.
Yeah, they might have a Bobby Bonilla situation.
Even if you stretch it, any wasted money on that team is just not good.
Yeah, but I mean, you might have just go with it, man.
I mean, you might have to just
trade Christian Brown in addition to somebody else. Like, hey, if you want this person, you gotta take Christian with you, and we'll make the money match.
I think the only other person would be Murray, but that's a lot of money.
Does Peyton Watson have to go in that trade?
One of the last people I would trade. Peyton Watson.
Absolutely. Him and Strother. I wouldn't trade him or Strother.
No.
Strother can go.
Strother's good.
I think
you can be good. I need other players that are good. Just
so
because you're good doesn't mean you stay. You might be good that I might need you to go out with somebody else.
Would you package Brown with Strother then? You might have to.
Yeah, if that's what they want. If they want that, for sure, they'll be on the first thing smoking. I'll pay it.
Well, while we're at it, shout out Zeke Nnaji. Been in the league for so long, hasn't improved at all.
Nnaji is crazy. I cannot believe you just said his name.
It's Najee, but it's Najee. It's not Yaji. It's Najee. It's Najee, but whatever.
Yeah, if there's some sort of consolidation deal where I can get those 3 gone all in one deal, and you give me somebody pretty decent.
Like who? Give me one player. Give me one player that you think could fix this team.
Oh no, I didn't say for that reason.
Just to get him out. Just to get Brown out of town.
Just get a new look. Sometimes you're just tired of the same bull job. You'll take somebody else's new problem. You're tired of the same problem.
Honestly, you know who I think might fit well with them? Benedict Mathurin. because they
Shout out to
they
my
might
guy, man.
need.
Move the needle though.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know what does move the needle. It might make them better. I don't think it would move the needle.
I guess it would depend on like what you had to give up for Matherin.
Well, you know what? Judas will help them, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what can help. The Nuggets aren't going to matter on Judgment. That's all.
Yeah, the Nuggets will not matter on Judgment Day. The Nuggets will not matter on Judgment Day. Absolutely not. But while we're at it, you know a team that will matter on Judgment Day? The Pistons. Again, on fire. Again, on fire. So what did y'all get from this first round series with a 3-1 deficit? I will say out of all the 3-1 leads that were blown, I feel like the Magic's blown 3-1 lead was the most like I don't want to say obvious, but it was the most
Pathetic.
vulnerable. The most pathetic and vulnerable. Cuz man, you could have closed them out so easily, so many games, and you just
like with the Magic, I think with the I'm sorry, were you gonna say something?
No, you go ahead.
All right, I appreciate that. I think with the Magic, and it's one of the biggest talking points I've seen about that series. They matched up really well with Detroit. So and as much as we've seen the Magic struggle this year, and as much as we've seen the narratives around certain players, they did match up well. But at the same time, with the expectations we had of the Magic, especially going into the postseason, I can't speak for you guys. I didn't have the Magic making it out of the play-in.
Dude, yeah. Me and Knicks talked about this. Knicks talked about this. It was Magic versus Sixers in the first play-in game, and I was like, they don't have Embiid, and he was like, yeah, they're gonna win anyway. Yeah.
Because like overall, I trust the Sixers way more than I trust the Magic in 2026. And to be fair, I gave the Hornets more credit than I thought. Than they probably deserved at this stage.
And then the Hornets let you down, and then they let you down.
Yeah, and they let me down.
I mean, also nobody expected Con Knipple to turn into a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Just a play-in dropper. But
shout out to Cooper.
Yeah. So like, as much or as little as this series has to say about the Magic, how much does it say about the Pistons? As like they're touted as this. They're a 60-win team.
You let that happen.
They're a 60-win team. The top of the West was very stacked. So probably the third best record in the NBA.
Yeah.
And they struggled to put away a team that a lot of people didn't even have. A team that's going to fire their coach within the next couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, a team that would have fired their coach no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what. They could have
seen that.
They could beat the Pistons, and I think they would. I think he would have been gone.
I've never seen that happen. Where outside of Phil Jackson in the last Bulls year, I've never seen a team front office go to their coach and be like, "You're getting fired no matter what." No matter
you
what
win a
you
championship.
do.
It's go 16-0. You're on.
Yeah, I think that's what Jerry Krause told Phil Jackson in 1997 before the Last Dance season. He said, "You guys go 82-0 and win the championship. You are getting fired regardless." That's basically what he told Jamal Mosley.
Jamal Mosley. Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, you could win every single year. You go 16-0, you're gone.
You
played in the situation a little bit. That team is just not that good, both from the coaching aspect and from how they're built. And also the thing about them beating the Magic, they just dug themselves out of the hole they made, and they do this within the games as well too.
Like they have to come back a lot.
Two of those great performances from Cade were because he helped dig them into a hole within the game.
Absolutely.
I think it was game 4 or 5 where he went band for band with Paolo. He dug them into that hole with bad turnovers.
Yeah, and then they had to come back from that.
He had like 9 turnovers in that game, and then he ended up getting like 30 points. And I was like,
they only remember the winners. They only remember the winners.
Yeah. The history books don't care how you get the job done.
My theory is you don't get a lot of credit for cleaning up the spilt milk that you spilled.
Absolutely.
Just spilled.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. Now, if they make the finals, that's different. But right now, it's like, but it's like,
it's still a world where they can because they're one of the best defenses. But the offense is where they struggle. And I've said that from the beginning. They were always going to struggle.
Absolutely. Well, which again, we'll get one secondary ball handler at the deadline. Just one or one extra shooter. Man.
Yeah, and like I was hearing they were talking about maybe like a Trey Murphy or a Lowry Markkanen, and it's like that could have been nice, but instead you go into the postseason. Tyler Hero would have been with that team. I mean, with that team, I don't know, man. with Tyler here, I don't know if he would really fit as well.
Seems good.
Like
seems good in theory. Seems good in
it could-
theory.
it seems like
fine.
the idea of it sounds nice because I think the thing with the Pistons, the most they need shooters. Tyler Hero, that sounds like a nice dream, but
A
like when
shooter
they're
who
not
can
playing,
also handle the ball.
yeah. Like regardless, they needed a second ball handle. What I think they really need are just more shooting depth because like they got rid of Malik Beasley for the obvious
Today
thing,
only.
and they didn't pick
Today
him back.
only. Today only. Today only. Anyways, they got rid of him. They got rid of him. They got rid of Malik
They
Beasley.
got rid of him. Yeah,
They
but
got
they
rid
got
of
him.
him.
What do you mean they got him? No, but
He was a good
they
man.
got him. Yeah. He shared his Dunkaroos. Nice guy. No, but he's gone. You have Kevin Herter, and granted, Kevin Herter's never been the strongest overall guy, but I don't think
He
it
can
would have
shoot.
hurt to put him in for a little bit, shoot a couple.
Yeah, he can shoot.
Yeah. Like I don't think you're ever going to see like the production he had in Sacramento, but I do think that
and Duncan Robinson only got going in Game 7. Only in Game 7.
Duncan Robinson's always been a playoff shitter because the thing with Duncan Robinson, that's all he does. He shoots
all
threes.
he does is shoot threes. All he does is shoot threes.
All he does is shoot threes, and in the playoffs, he fucking tenses up.
Outside of the bubble in that one series against us, go to hell, Duncan Robinson. I hate you for that series.
No,
you remember that, Russ?
Shout out Duncan Robinson. I think they should go and save Devin Booker or Lauri Markkanen, but Lauri Markkanen is not getting dealt because
because they're actually gonna go for a playoff spot this year. This upcoming.
Yeah, and it's Danny Ainge.
Yeah, no.
But Danny Ainge is a stubborn old bastard.
You have to pry him out of his cold, dead hands.
But honestly, Devin Booker's probably not happening either.
No.
People I think Devin Booker and Jokic are probably going to die where they're at.
Yeah.
Shout out,
Yeah,
I guess maybe
unfortunately.
the 90s are back for real. So maybe sometimes guys will just be lifers, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like that kind of sucks though for someone like Devin Booker, especially, who's
because you know how good he would be on another team.
Yeah. Someone as competitive as Devin Booker is.
He gets a lot of slander. I've been one of his strongest soldiers. He isn't the best two guard anymore. He was. He also shouldn't be handling the ball as much as he does in the last.
No, he shouldn't. Shout out to Colin Gillespie. He took some of that load off of him.
Yeah, like
everybody.
And like it's one thing, of course, to be like look at him when he was playing with like one of the best point guards ever, but look at him with a guy like Chris Paul. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was old Chris Paul. That was old, but just the fact that he's allowed to play off that ball and attack second sides and stuff like that.
Yeah, like imagine Booker next to Cade. Cade's turnovers would be cut in half, and Booker would probably have his best 3-point shooting season ever.
Yeah, because Cade wouldn't have the ball in his hands cut that shit by 50%.
Yeah, 50%. Yeah, half his turnovers. Yeah, exactly. Because I think this year another factor of Booker handling the ball a lot was that his 3-point shooting was not good. I think he shot 33%. What was it?
No, yeah.
33, 34%? It was bad. It was bad.
I don't even think he shot a lot of threes in the playoffs.
No, he didn't. He didn't. That was
general in the playoffs.
That was Dylan Brooks. It was Dylan Brooks and Colin Gillespie.
It was more Dylan Brooks than Jalen Green, but they were scoring though. But Jalen Green,
they were scoring.
But Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks, that's what they were there for, I guess. Dylan Brooks also had some really good scoring moments, but he hijacked a lot of possessions too.
He does that a lot. Dylan Brooks has tunnel vision.
I wish Devin Booker would have hijacked some possessions, but
yeah, Dylan Brooks. As much as I like Dylan Brooks and as much as I think he's proven people wrong, he needs to learn to pass the ball sometimes. He has pretty bad tunnel vision. Speaking of Jalen Green, do you think he would do good in Detroit? Like just as like a shooter and a secondary ball handler?
I don't know.
Could I don't know if the 3 ball is there strong enough yet, but I think it's better than what they got for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd be okay with it for sure.
I mean, we could say this and then they could make the final, so we could just shut up. They could win the championship, and we could just be like, oh, we were all wrong. We don't know. We don't know.
Exactly.
Again, we'll find out on Judgment Day. We'll find out on Judgment Day. That's all we can do. Yeah, we'll find out on Judgment Day. But as we're there, let's do some predictions for Pistons and Cavs. And before that, let's talk about Cavs and Raptors. Not as good of a segue, but it works. What do you make of the Cavs in this whole series? Because I'm not gonna lie, kind of disappointed.
This was another Magic City series.
Ass on ass.
Chiefs everywhere. Cheeks
Ass,
everywhere.
ass on
Yeah.
ass, ass on ass.
To
No
me,
breasts, no thighs, just ass.
I was being very nice not saying that to the Knicks earlier because honestly, they should have handled business, and they was
Yeah.
trying to have a cheek off
Yeah,
with the Hawks.
and they were playing with their food.
That's
And
what I was
it,
saying. The Hawks were like, if we're going to hell, you're coming down with us. You know that one GIF.
exactly.
You know that one GIF of Taker dragging Kane dragging Zack Ryder down the ring.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
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 It's that. It's that.
But that series was pretty buns. I didn't watch it as closely as I watch other series. James Harden was not the problem. Shout out to the people that are gonna point to a 15 or 16 point game and say that he didn't play well. You didn't watch it. Like I said, you just want to hate
Mhm.
on James Harden in the Big 2026. James
He
Harden,
was creating a lot of possessions. He was creating a lot of extra possessions.
he was doing a lot for them, and honestly, wasn't a bad defender. Really hasn't been a bad defender in the last year and a half.
Especially on Sheed. He was great on Jamal Sheed. That size, the 6'5", and just being on him. Yeah. Shout
He,
out to, and this is where my agenda went. Shout out to Jarrett Allen. My goodness. That game 7, beautiful. I'm being so honest. I've never been more vindicated by a player in a while than I was with Jarrett Allen. A lot of Pacers fans, Russ, I'm telling you this, because you were one of them. A lot of Pacers fans didn't want him because of the meme that when he said the lights are too bright. Y'all
oh,
are
That's
I
fucking
agree, the
ridiculous.
lights
That's
are
fucking
bright.
ridiculous.
That's
Neither
ridiculous.
one of them play tough though.
That's
It ain't the lights
ridiculous.
are
But
bright. Yeah,
but Jarrett Allen, the amount of extra possessions he was creating, I don't know if y'all saw this. Russ, you might have seen this. When he had the free throw, he missed it, hit it off the rim, picked it up, and then got his own putback. Remember
yeah.
that? Yeah,
He talking about this last
incredible.
game?
Yeah, this past game, he was
Yeah.
amazing. He was doing his job and Evan Mobley's job, which is incredible. And honestly, he might be like I don't know how he fares in this Pistons series because I don't know because Jalen Duren is a good defender now. He's not just a pretend good defender like he used to be, as you know, Russ. He's not block man. You know,
Block man is crazy.
he's not BPG man, block per game man. But I'm interested to see how that battle goes. How do y'all have that series going, Pistons Cavs?
Ooh,
I mean, that's a tight one because like
I don't know. I see Pistons winning. Honestly, I think it could go
I think it's
to all the way
7.
to 7
I
because
think I have Pistons at 7. Honestly, I think if it goes to 7, I might have Cavs winning it. I think if Pistons win it, I think they'll win it in 6. I think Pistons in 6 or Cavs in 7.
that's fair. I
I
don't know.
think
Maybe Duran just isn't that good. Maybe he never was
We
that
don't.
good.
He got better. He was great in Game 7.
But he should be. He should the way he plays. He should be tough enough and strong enough to just go
Absolutely.
through Mobley and Allen because they don't like that. They don't like that play style.
Yeah, no, they don't like physicality. Like Allen's biggest strength.
Like the
Allen's
Pacers
biggest
took it to
strength.
him last year, and
Yeah.
even including Miles Turner even took it to him last year a little bit.
Yeah, Miles. I will say about Miles, I shit on Miles a lot, and I'll shit on him some more going forward because he's in purgatory right now. We're haters, right? But Miles, credit to him, he went body to body with Jarrett Allen and Mobley in that series, and he was the bigger man. He was the bigger man in that series. Now, was he the bigger man in the OKC series? No. Was he the bigger man in even the Knicks series? No. But he was the bigger man in the Cavs series. He was the bigger man in the Cavs series, and that's the thing that Allen.
That's a recurring theme with those two down there, though. With
Yeah,
Allen.
that's the thing with Allen. What did Kendrick Perkins say there? What did Kendrick Perkins say? The Cavs are creamy in the middle, which is crazy. Have you heard that before, Russ?
Nah, shout out to the cream team.
Yeah, that's what Kendrick Perkins said about the Cavs. They're creamy in the middle. They're soft. He could have worded that differently, but he did say that.
What an analogy.
Yeah, incredible analogy.
Ibuprofen when you have to do a perk.
It checks out. Yeah.
Oh man, the face that he made
checks out.
after. The face that he made after. I've never wanted to call HR on a person on TV more than when I saw that. Well, I have ibuprofen.
Maybe the other day,
call a perk.
maybe a close second, the Stephen A. one from the other day.
Oh God, that was bad. That was
really bad. That was really bad.
Yeah.
The French one was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. Who are you feeling like, bro? Who are you feeling like? You forget you forget that your hair starts over here. You can't do that.
No,
Your hair starts over here.
I do
mean,
think
my
Cavs
hair
and
starts
Pistons.
over here. It's fine.
I think mine's pushed a little back. I'm gonna go bald at some point. I'm just gonna. I'm
Oh,
taking
like your
advantage of
boy
the hair while I
Moxley?
have it.
Your Moxley?
It happens. It happens.
Yeah. Hopefully I could pull it off like Moxley can. My dad's bald. My grandfather's bald. I'm going to be like them. I'm
You're gonna come
not
home?
fucking.
You're gonna come home?
I'm not delusional.
Some people
You're
say
coming
though
home?
it actually runs on your mother's side though, so
Yeah,
it'd be your mother's genetics. But who
that's the
knows?
thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing with me, because my whole dad's side is bald. My uncle actually, my dad's elder brother, he looks like the dad from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And I'm gonna put a picture
Okay.
of him right here. You know what I'm talking about, Russ, right?
I
You know what I'm
do.
talking about? Flint Lockwood's dad. Yeah, I'm gonna put a picture of it right here. Shout out to Uncle Esad. I love you, but you look like that. He's not gonna watch this. He doesn't. He probably doesn't understand. He probably doesn't understand half the words I'm saying right now. God bless him. I'm gonna see you soon. But my mom's side of the family, my uncle, my mom's brother has curly hair. A lot of them have like curly hair. I think I have the longest hair in the family, and people think I'm weird for it, which is funny because this hair is actually like part of it is me rebelling, because my mom used to make me have like long hair, but back then I used to not have a beard because I was 12, so I used to look like a girl, and I think my neighbors from when I was like 11, 12 used to think that my mom had a daughter, me. So yeah, so I used to hate having long hair. Then later on, when I grew the mustache, grew the beard, started trimming myself up, started becoming, started controlling how I look. I'm like, I'm gonna try this again, and now it's this, and I'm like, people know at least that I'm a man now. People at least know that I'm a man. And again, shout out to that community. You live how you fucking want to live, and don't let nobody decide. Put the fist up, Russ, and don't let nobody decide how you want to be. And as far as anybody goes, race, color, as far as anybody goes,
Race,
as far as anybody goes, Russ,
homosexuality.
race, homosexuality. Oh God, we should have had Grizz on for this. That would have been actually the joke would have made sense.
What would it make sense to Grizz on here?
Because Grizz is gay. It would have made
I
sense.
didn't know that.
I don't
You
think I
didn't
knew that either.
Why would I know that? You never told me.
He's mentioned it. He's mentioned it on the stream.
Okay,
He's
maybe
on the.
maybe I'm not thinking about that when I'm watching. I'm thinking about hoop
He-
talk.
Yeah, probably. Even though most of the people watch the stream because of the banter. Like I said, that's why we spent 30 minutes talking about random shit before we started talking about basketball.
I'm not tapped in.
Exactly.
I'm not tapped in with the community. I gotta join that Mouse in the House subreddit. That's what I gotta do.
the Patreon. The Patreon.
I get in there. Hey, so what do y'all think about Grizz's take? So actually, we want to talk about Grizz's gloves and what he does freaky with them. Whoa!
Oh dear God. Whoa.
What do you think about Grizz's take? I don't care about what Grizz takes as long as he likes it. There you go. There you go. There you go. I'm on fire. But
You in a different mode tonight, brother. You
I know.
on a fucking roll.
I'm the real podcast. I'm the real podcast. Matter of fact, yeah, I've been doing this the whole time. Russ, look. I saw.
I see it. No,
Yeah.
definitely in your 2012 Josh Smith bag.
But I'm hitting him.
Hey, when your own fans boo you when you shoot.
he's gonna watch this and he's gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Oh, me?
No, Grizz is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna watch this and you're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Should have been here." Tough shit. But Pistons, Cavs. What's up?
I said he couldn't refocus you. He's supposed to be here to refocus you. Didn't happen.
Yeah. No. This is my heel turn right now. This is my heel turn. When when we do this, me and Grizz, I'm gonna be like, I'm a new person. I don't think you understand.
And shout out to Batista choking out
Rey Mysterio.
I'm not who I was yesterday.
I'm not who I was yesterday. You're supposed to be my friend.
I'm gonna rip your head off.
And then he actually does it.
He actually did it. Yeah.
He did do it. Ray kind of deserved it for that stupid tie beard that he had. Remember the stupid like ponytail beard that he had?
Yeah, that was dumb.
Remember that? Yeah.
A lot of his fits were dumb as hell.
Yeah. I love Ray, but he needs to answer for some of his fits. The brown fit, the all brown fit was so bad. Remember the overalls that he had against Andrade? The brown fit with the overalls? Oh my god.
I wasn't big on Ray in overalls at all. Like for any of it.
No, he didn't know. It didn't look good. It didn't
never
look
had
good.
a top 10 worst fit. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna show you the fit. Put it up on the screen right here. Put up on the screen me editing tomorrow. Yeah, right here. Right here. Yeah. And Russ, I'm gonna show you later. But yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And it was bad. It was bad. Listen, bro. It was bad. Love Ray.
In a sport full of t-shirt and trunks, people walking out there looking like Winnie the Pooh can't be the worst fit. I always hated that when somebody decides to wear trunks. Already, okay, you look wild, but if you go t-shirt and trunk, and maybe it's just because they're trying to sell a wrestling t-shirt, so they're getting, hey, you got to wear it so they can see the merch.
Right.
Then
I'm gonna be wrestling in jerseys. I'm gonna be wrestling in jerseys. I don't care. I'm gonna be wrestling in jerseys. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna be wrestling in jerseys. Huh?
You heard me. You can hear. Jerseys
Yeah.
and what?
And probably shorts. Probably shorts.
Jerseys
and basketball shorts. Basketball
Okay.
shorts.
All right, 06.
Shorts or trunks.
Yeah.
Basketball. He's basically just 06 Cena. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer. Old school Tommy Dreamer. Old school Tommy Dreamer, Ring of Honor CM Punk. Shout out to Ring of Honor CM Punk.
I was thinking Ring of Honor
shorts.
CM Punk more than I was thinking Tommy Dreamer.
With the basketball shorts. When if you see me blonde, don't ask any questions. Don't ask any questions. Oh man. But
shout out to that community.
How many times have we done that?
If I see Cammy with blonde hair, I'm just gonna assume he gonna go crazy on a latte. Hey,
no. It's gonna be dirty blonde.
Can I get a cinnamon dulce latte, please, brother?
No, stop. No. It's gonna be like where like the roots are still black, but then the ends are blonde. Like Seth Rollins. I'm gonna do Seth Rollins. Yeah, Seth Rollins. Shout out to Seth Rollins. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go like like Sabrina Carpenter blonde if that's what you're thinking. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I have too much soul for that.
Sounds like you're scared.
Yeah. I'm not scared. Like, you know what? Maybe I am scared. Maybe I am scared that if I start dyeing my hair like that, my political opinions will start changing, and I can't have that happen. It's gonna overtake me. The symbiote is gonna overtake me.
The bleach will seep into your scalp and into your brain.
I'll tell you what. Team chemistry is at least at like an 80 now, which is good.
I would say so.
Which is good. But Pistons and Cavs, like I said, if it goes to 6, if they close out in 6, I'll go Pistons. But if it goes to 7, I have the Cavs winning that. I
think I have that series going to 7. If it does, I think Detroit wins just because the Cavs, at least in the playoffs, have been a notoriously bad road team the last 3 years or so.
You think Mitchell is going to Mitchell?
I think so. I don't know. The Cavs, since like 23, since whenever they got bounced early, even when they had the 60-win season, they've never moved me. Yeah. Not once.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. People, they say that like they were injured in the Pacers series. They would have lost that.
They weren't.
They would have lost that. They would have lost that either way. I guarantee that.
They would have lost it. The Pacers had the most momentum of any team in the during the playoffs. I've made peace with that.
And it hurts him to say that.
It does. I've made peace with it for the most part. What happened last year? What happened last year is what happened last year. But
yeah, y'all better win this year.
Yeah, I don't know about the chip, but they'll hopefully the finals. Hopefully they make it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just the Cavs, they never really moved. The Pistons don't move me either. After that Magic series, my stocks have decreased for the Pacers. Like it's much lower.
The Pistons, not the Pacers.
Pistons. Sorry.
The Pacers stock is down here. We gotta pick it up.
Down there.
Come May 10th, we'll pick it up. Yeah,
down there.
Yeah. He had to get one in.
Too many P teams. Too much
PTSD. Too much PTSD.
I mean that too, but no, my Pistons stock are fucking at the lowest it's been in a pretty long time after that Magic series.
Yeah.
It's tough. I think they make it. But I think they barely make it. Like they're fucking crawling over. And I think and I guess to segue it to Knicks and Sixers for you, I think the winner of that series goes to the finals.
It's gonna, yeah. Absolutely. I agree with you. Absolutely. I agree with you.
Somebody has to go. Somebody does have to go.
Yeah. So some in the East, the whole East this year,
Someone
somebody
does.
has to win. Somebody
Yeah.
has to win. Somebody has to win.
Somebody who wasn't there last year is going to be
Yeah.
there. Or in the last couple
Yeah.
of years, honestly, at least it's
last
been a
couple of
very
years,
long
yeah.
time since any of those teams have made the finals.
Yeah, no, I think we're talking about 2016. Oh no, 2018. 2018, because I forgot the Cavs made it those next 2 years.
Yeah. So it's been at least 8 years since one of those teams have made the finals.
Now,
at least 8 years, and then the others like 20-some years.
Yeah, and also that team that made it the last 8 years, that's a different team, basically a whole different era.
Exactly,
Yeah.
whole different. Like
Yeah,
there's no
there's a-
LeBron, there's no
Yeah.
Kevin Love, there's no
Now-
no one.
There's no Jetty Osman.
Yeah, that's the most important piece.
There's
the
no
crown
Jetty
jewel.
Osman. Exactly. Now, Thunder Lakers, I'm not gonna lie, Thunder and 5. Thunder and 5.
Yeah.
The Thunder and 5.
Uh,
I'm not gonna waste too much time with this because I don't know when
No.
Luka's coming back. But I think the only game they win is if Luka comes back.
I think they can push it to 6 if Luka comes back,
I'm gonna go
but
Thunder in 4.
Thunder and 4, okay, that's fine. That's
Yeah,
understandable.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think
the
if they
Lake-
go, I think if they go,
even
I
with
think if they
Luka
go
better.
down, I think if they go down 3-0, and I think if they go down 3-0, they're not gonna bother with Luka because they're like
no,
losing
no,
battle.
fuck no.
Fuck
I
no,
think
yeah.
I think if
Why
Luka
Huh?
does come back,
Why wouldn't they though?
It's no use. It's no use at that point. You're risking re-injuring the guy.
If he is gonna be, questionable. I don't know what his status is now.
think-
He's still out. He's still out. Like
I-
for the foreseeable future.
He hasn't had any basketball.
Not
workouts
really.
in-
No. Let me look it up.
I thought I saw
They still-
at some point in the Rockets series, might have been Game 5 that he was
I
questionable.
think like he'd be ready in like game 4, but JJ Redick didn't give any updates on him recently.
Okay.
They said there's a slim chance for him to play in the series, which I don't like. That's not a good sign. That's
Yeah,
not a good sign.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll go Lakers and 5. I'll go not Lakers. I'll go Thunders and 5. Thunder and 5.
Thunders.
Yeah.
I'll
Thunders.
go.
Thunders.
Yeah, the
Well,
Thunders.
for that, none of that even because then even if he comes back, it sounds like he's gonna be hobbled.
I think
I'll go
LeBron will. I think LeBron could get one, but that one will take everything out of him. Everything.
I'll go Thunder in 5 if Luka somehow makes a miracle comeback. Fucking Thunder in 6, but I don't think it
Yeah.
changes anything.
Yeah. No, the Thunder are winning this series. The Kalshi odds are through the roof. We're not sponsored. We'll never be sponsored.
Exactly. What about the polymarket
Yeah.
ones?
No. Fuck you, Tim Pool.
No.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You have to be a little bit right wing to accept the betting sponsorship, and I'll die on that hill. All right. Let's get to Wolves and Spurs. Now this depends on when Edwards comes back, but I think I have
Yeah.
Spurs in 6. I think I have Spurs in 6 personally. Spurs in 6.
I'll say Spurs in 6. I'd say Spurs in 5 if Edwards doesn't come
Really?
back. I do. I say Spurs in 5. If Edwards does come back, I would probably say Spurs in 7.
You could probably. Yeah, but I think the Spurs are like the better team in general.
They
have
are.
better point. They have better point guard play, especially with DiVincenzo out, and I think they have better. They have
Yeah.
better top to bottom talent as well. And Wemby versus Gobert will be interesting.
Yeah, that's the matchup I'm looking forward to most, Wembanyama versus Gobert. But like,
I think if there's,
I mean, thinking about it too, I might say Spurs in 6 honestly, because I'm thinking about it. Like when Anthony Edwards, whenever he comes back from injury, especially
He
in the
won't be him.
playoffs, he won't be him. Not until it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So,
I'd probably
what do you
say
think,
Spurs in
Russ?
6.
I think Spurs in 5, and I think their best option is to put Julius Randle on Wemby. You don't want to take
Just to be physical on him, just to be extra physical on him, to try to chop him down like he's a tree.
But you want Rudy. You don't want Rudy away from the hoop.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
want to-
That is
I don't
true.
want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to put Rudy away from the hoop. If they try to force him out, they're trying to
No, you're right.
match attack and stuff. That's another thing.
And
we
also,
can do that later. But I'm not
I
going
agree with
to
that.
put Wemby on him just so they can pull him out easily.
and also, I would say the difference between Wemby and Joker is and the thing, this is like a Jokic team or like a Jokic offense kind of has a ceiling. Jokic has to have his back to the basket to be fully effective. Like we've seen that for years now. Jokic face up. He's a good shooter, but he's inconsistent at times. But he's not the best face up player. Just like has the ball at the top of the key. And he can, not a lot of the time he can make things happen because he's
No.
slow. He's slow. and he doesn't have a good first step. And if he catches you, it's going to be once, and it's going to be off guard, and you're going to get laughed at by your teammates.
Exactly.
With Wemby, he has a decent first step. He has a good stride, and Wemby catch the ball at the top of the key at the 3-point line is a way bigger threat than Jokic. And if you have Gobert there on an island with Wemby versus Gobert on an island with Jokic, I trust Wemby more to get a bucket or make something happen than I trust Joker to. Because Wemby is larger, Wemby has more reach, and Wemby can do more. He's a better face-up shot creator than Jokic is. Jokic's main trait on the face-up. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll do a demonstration. Jokic's main trait on the face-up is the Sigma move. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but it's the face-up right into the jumper, the Sigma move.
Yeah.
That's what Jokic is the best at. Wemby though, I feel like he could do like a face-up drive. Like in 2K14, I used to spam that move all the time. Face-up drive. Or like fake one way, go the other. His Euro step is really nice. Wemby is more crafty, which is funny because Jokic is the white guy and that's used for white people. But Wemby is more he's European, I guess it counts. But Wemby is more crafty than Jokic is. Just like have the ball on an island. You can't post up and just say, all right, 3 dribbles, give me a bucket. You know? Wemby's more dangerous with that. And I feel less confident in Gobert, even though this was a redemption series for Gobert and how he's seen. Like, people forgot all about the Terrence Mann stuff. But this was seen as a redemption series for Gobert, but I think there are limits. Because Wembanyama is more of a threat on offense just by himself than I think Jokic is. And I'm comfortable in saying that now because Wemby, even though his defense is what makes him, I'd say he's more of an underrated offensive player now, I'm not going to lie. Because people talk about his defense all the time, but people fail to talk about his offense. They're like, he could score 17 points and still win you a game. What if he scores 30? Shit, what do you do then? Nothing.
Yeah.
You just watch. You just watch.
Yama is legitimately the best player in this series.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without question.
But yeah, I just don't. I'm going with 5 on this one, and
yeah.
They learned a little bit more. I think they're becoming a better team in front of our eyes. This young
Spurs
team. Yeah, and
I'm telling you,
no Anthony Edwards, no Dante DiVincenzo.
It's a shame, but it is what it is.
Winning a game.
That's going to be. That's going to be losing DiVincenzo. That's going to be fucking massive for them.
Because DiVincenzo,
it's going to decide series.
Yeah, because your DiVincenzo was your de facto point guard, right? For a lot of it, DiVincenzo was their de facto point guard. He played a lot of point guard.
Yeah, he did.
He played a lot of point guard. DiVincenzo is another guy who was underrated with how much he's evolved his game. Russ, you could probably attest to that. He's become a better passer, better vision. Yeah, better passer, better vision.
Needed a real point guard, and Dante needed to come off the bench. But Dante and sharing playmaking duties was good for them. They don't have either one.
Yeah. And now who's gonna do that? Bones Highland? Shout out to Bones, but nah.
I don't know about Ayo's injury stuff, but he's probably fine.
Yeah, Donsumo's out too. Yeah, I forgot about him.
How long is he out for?
His full status. He was out for that last game.
I know he was out for game 6.
He's not. If Ayo is out as well, I might change it to 4.
Ayo, I know, he's questionable for game 1.
Okay, so I mean, it's not severe enough where it's like. He'll probably.
I think he'll play. I think he'll play.
He might miss game 1, but he'll at least be back game.
Absolutely.
I think he plays game 1.
Game 1 as well, though. I don't know, but
I think he does.
He's already questionable for game 1.
It might be too little. It might be too little. And when Edwards comes back, it's gonna be too little, too late. That's the NBA.
If they come back after one game, I'm not as worried. I guess I'm not as worried. It doesn't matter.
I think they still win the series, though. I think they are a better team. They are
They are.
And honestly, depending on how this series go, like let's say they beat them in 5, then how do you think the Spurs match up against the Thunder? Because I've said this since we started the pod, that if the Spurs see the Thunder in the playoffs and J-Dub isn't fully there, I don't know.
Yeah,
J-Dub, it does get rougher for them because J-Dub is the person probably put on Wemby. It'd either be J-Dub or maybe this. Like I said, I know Chet's going to want to take the challenge.
Isaiah,
I guess you could do that, but I'd rather have Dub or maybe Isaiah Hartenstein. Maybe not Isaiah, but I could see Dub or Chet being played on Wemby.
Dub just like chopping him down.
I want somebody to get under him and get in his handle, and I want
chop him down. Yeah, chop him down. Yeah.
It's just that's just something. he struggles
I
with.
mean,
But that defense
if
is
I,
going to be tough against Wemby in a 7-game series.
I
That's
think,
what
I think,
that's the
I
series
think,
I'm going. That'll take probably the cake from this Philly and Boston series. It's probably my favorite series if that series happens.
yeah, absolutely. Philly and New York, or what? That'll take the cake
Uh,
from the Philly. Oh,
The Philly
The
Boston,
Boston and
yeah,
Philly is your favorite series right now, but then
as of
it
right
could
now,
be San Antonio and OKC.
yeah, as of right now, I don't see another series that'll take that from. Because if for some reason the Wolves beat the Spurs, I think what happens then is just another spank session.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Move that hand. Move that hand. Move that
Move
hand.
that hand
Move that hand.
the
Yeah,
way.
absolutely.
It'll
Yeah,
be bad.
absolutely.
It'll definitely be
Yeah.
bad.
And I personally, I think there's no shade to any teams in the East. I think the winner of OKC Spurs wins the finals. I
Yeah.
I think that. I think that because I honestly, it's not even that the East is that bad. It's just no East team is as good as those two teams.
Yeah, no, like from top to bottom, I think the East was better than the West this year in the regular season.
But
You look at
The top West,
exactly the
and the
top of the
top
West,
East.
the OKCs and the Spurs of the world. Absolutely,
Absolutely.
it beats any peak that the East has.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
I
yeah, and I know we're
thought
getting a
that was
little
that
bit. What's
sentiment
up?
last year, but I don't know about this year. But I definitely thought that exact same sentiment last year.
And I know we're getting a little bit carried away, but if he does win that championship, Finals MVP, what do we do with Victor? What do we do with him? Because man,
Probably nothing with
it's a hell of a resume in 3 years. It's a hell of a resume in 3 years. I mean, if he goes out and if he beats the Thunder and makes sense of whatever their defense is, and then he goes out, well, I guess beating the Knicks or the Pistons wouldn't be as impressive, but you know what I mean. Honestly,
Mhm.
beating the Thunder might just be his championship because at that point it's elementary. It's elementary. Like how they said whoever wins between the Suns and the Spurs in '07 was winning the championship for Robert Horry, hip check Steve Nash. Yeah. So shit, we might have another retread of that because personally, I think the playoffs stop at the conference finals. The
Yeah.
playoffs might stop at
I don't
yeah,
have
the
much.
playoffs.
I don't have much in any. I mean, maybe there's a reality where if the Pistons do get to the finals and they go against the Spurs,
That would be interesting, but I think the Spurs still win that. I
I
think
think
the
the
I
Spurs
Spurs
think
still
will
I
win
win.
that.
think that
I look at the
I think
defense
that's a 5-game series.
That's a 5 game
probably.
series.
I just look at the defense that they could play and probably make it nasty for the Spurs team.
Yeah,
But
because I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I have the Pistons as underachieving. After that first round, they're kind of underachieving.
for
Cause
sure, for sure.
yeah, man, yeah, like you let the Magic, the 8 seed, take you to the game 7. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I don't really. I'm not gonna say I don't care about seeding at all, but I think seeding sometimes is overblown, and I think people don't really respect
yeah.
matchups.
But that team was
This is
still
why.
clearly better.
This is why. I remember talking to. I don't know if I even said this to you, Cammy, but I think I said it to Key. Or I've at least said it to Key in post. I don't know if I said it to you before the series started. Last year, when we went against the Cavs, I was a little more worried than I was with the Knicks, only because I knew that offensively we could have our way with
I'll
the
be right back.
Knicks. Yeah.
All right, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but the Cavs, I wasn't so sure about that on either side of the ball because I wasn't believing their defense though.
Yeah, yeah. I think my thing with the Cavs was like, I think we just got to get through game. I think I was like, if we split games 1 and 2, then I think we could have a chance of winning the series. When we won that game 1, and then they ruled all those guys out for game 2, I was like, all right, we're moving on. And then after the Knicks took that 2-0 lead over the Celtics, I was like, oh well, it's gonna be a retread of last year's second round. You know,
Yeah.
I was running victory laps early, and I was vindicated. Shit. I feel like we all were. I feel like we all were. I mean, what was the most scared that you were in the playoffs
Um,
last year, outside of OKC?
no, if it's outside the OKC,
Yeah, outside of OKC.
the most scared, I guess. It would be game 1 against the Cavs.
Yeah, I think the
That's
same. I think
literally
the
it.
same too.
Like you said, we were never down. We were never down, so it was hard. I mean, I guess I wasn't really scared. I was just disappointed when we lose those game threes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I feel
Yeah,
like
lose
both of
game
those
three.
games.
I was like, we're still gonna win, but I wanted us to get rest because we didn't get rest before the first series. We didn't get
Yeah,
a whole lot
yeah,
of rest. We got some rest when it came to when it came to the finals, though, of course, you get like a whole week of rest basically. So I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
it
absolutely.
I was like, it doesn't really matter. I was like, we're both gonna get at least
And
about a week of rest. And they actually took
yeah,
longer to finish their series than we did.
they did. They did. They took a couple days
Their
longer.
round two was a 7-game series against the Nuggets,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
it
they
was.
went six. We actually played the
Yeah,
same amount of games as they did. They just did it
yeah,
differently because we went
yeah,
5, 5,
absolutely.
and then 6. They went 4, 7, and then 6. We
4,
played the
7, and
same
5.
number of games. You said what?
They went 4, 7, and 5. That Timberwolves series was 5
Was it
games,
5?
right?
Oh, I think you're right.
Let
I
me
think
let
4, 7,
me
5.
let me look it up. Yeah, it was 5. It was 5.
Yeah, so 4, 7, and 5, and we went 5, 5,
Yeah.
and 6.
Yeah, 5, 5, and 6. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
gonna lie.
was a
I was gonna say this. And this is how we're probably gonna end up the basketball segment of the podcast, which we are pretty good but 2.5 hours in, which is pretty good. This is gonna be a long podcast because we haven't even gotten into wrestling. But last thing I wanted to say is I don't like this 1 day break between games if one series goes 7. I think that each team should get like at least 3 days of rest. And if that means that you have to start the second round a bit later, then that's fine. Because
oh,
I feel like lack of rest is already a big problem during the regular season. I feel like giving teams that type of disadvantage because their series took longer is kind of unfair because you already have like at least a week of rest before the finals start. I feel like you should get that luxury for the second round too. Because now, especially with teams like the Sixers or the Pistons that are banged up or just took a long time to finish their series, especially the Sixers. A lot of their guys are questionable for game 1. I feel like if you had 2 or 3 days of rest in between that, because remember we had the same thing. Remember when we beat the Knicks in game 7 in 2024? Then we had exactly 1 day of rest. I remember this because I went to Macon with my friends. We had 1 day of rest. And then the next day I was back and I was watching the Celtics series. I was like, this is kind of egregious. And that
I
was
mean,
rounds between round 2 and 3, which is a bit much, you
I,
know?
I don't really think that's the craziest thing in the world. Like I said, I mean, that's kind of how it's always been. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's always been right. I just don't
I
really.
don't think it was right.
I mean, you get rest in between the regular season and playoffs. I mean, unless people want to extend. My thing is, if you don't want to change stuff up, then you need to start the season earlier. We need to start
Yeah.
starting in October. If people want more rest in the in between, then
Like
we got to
eliminate
start.
back to backs type stuff.
I mean, you could.
Cuz like
I
cuz
don't.
like cuz like I think in order to eliminate back to backs and still have 82 games, you'd have to start the season earlier.
Yeah, you definitely would. Or just extend it later. But at that point, I would start it
Apples to
earlier.
oranges, yeah.
Um, my thing is, I don't really know if necessarily the NBA season is the issue. I'm more along the lines of if actually this isn't just some anomaly mathematically, then it's probably the culmination of people playing more games in their life. Because if you understand how people's like how they do circuits and stuff when it comes to like AAU, these
Tell them
guys.
what we're talking about. Tell Next what we're talking about.
Yeah, just sorry.
Oh, we're talking about essentially putting more spacing in between the playoffs or the regular season when it comes to less games being back to back
Yeah,
or
yeah.
a day of
Okay.
rest.
Cause I was talking about the fact that like the Pistons and Cavs only have 1 day of rest, and like the Sixers have only 1 day of rest before the second round it's a bit unfair. I feel like there should be at least like 3 mandatory days of rest before the next round for every team.
Yeah, I mean, like in practice, I don't really think that's a bad thing, but I also think the NBA has certain dates with certain shit where it's just like they try to fit
Yeah.
everything they can in a certain window.
40 games with 40
And
nights, which is not true.
yeah, exactly. But no, in theory, I think it's always going to be a good idea to give your athletes rest regardless. But
Yeah.
it's just a matter of if it's feasible or not.
Yeah.
I was saying,
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's actually the NBA season or seasons that is the cause for these injuries. If you want to say it's overuse, I would probably be more willing to argue. The more and more I look at it, the proliferation. Oh, I couldn't say that word right there. Of AAU,
Proliferation.
yeah, and how people are on multiple teams, and that's not even including their high school teams.
Yeah. Yeah,
There
absolutely.
there are kids that have 3 AAU teams,
Yeah.
and
Not
you're
including
typically
their actual high school.
Yeah, and they don't just play one game on that team. They'll
They play
have
multiple games in days.
yeah, in a whole day, and that's the thing. That and then they're doing things like their own personal trainings. A lot of these top end players, they're
Yeah.
doing personal trainings all the time. So
Yeah.
I think that probably is just more of the cause, if not just as much. It probably is more to blame than the 82
Yeah.
game season.
Yeah,
I
I personally I never thought the 82 game season was as big of a problem as people said it was. I was just like space the games out more, you know? Because if we remember
Yeah.
I don't even
in the
know
post
space of the
COVID
games
year,
that more though, because the thing is if you want to go off the history of stuff, they had an 82 game season. It was roughly the same time period, give or take a day or two or a week or two, depending on if it started
right,
earlier in October or later.
right.
Um, but they had more back to backs. Their travel wasn't as efficient.
No, it wasn't.
So, I mean, I don't think people are being made more brittle these days. I,
No, no.
so the only thing I can
You could
point
say
to
the
is
game is more demanding.
there's that. I could point to that, but that's mainly on in a running aspect, which most of these injuries that hurt people for long term are lower extremity injuries.
Yeah,
Some of
some
them
of them
are
are
running.
non-contact.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, so it could be that, and maybe it's a combination of all these things that we're saying at the same time. Um, but I just don't think it's just the 82 game season or the back to backs because
Yeah,
everything that
it's a combination of multiple things.
everything we have though, like I said, we have stuff to fight it. We have better medical. We have better dietary habits across the
Hmm.
board. Like I said, we
Hmm.
were just
Yeah,
cracking jokes about it earlier. There were people doing drugs and drinking in the middle of games back in the 80s.
yeah,
Now, I will
yeah.
say, I think nowadays we report more injuries than we used to.
Hmm.
And people will
Yeah.
sit down for injuries that may have not have been sit down injuries back in the 80s.
Yeah, you wouldn't have
So
a Bill Walton in the Celtics back now. You wouldn't have that.
I'm just saying, so many people back then would still play with rolled ankles, jammed fingers, and things like that. And
Gerald Henderson playing in a neck brace.
whether or not that was the right decision or not, we can have a debate about that. I think
Yeah.
sometimes there are certain things where you're not injured, you're just hurt. There are certain
This could
things where you
actually this could
Yeah.
actually be tied also into a wrestling discussion where people are like, um, we talk about like house shows and if house
mm,
shows should be allowed or if they should have more of them. And the argument is that wrestlers, like especially younger ones, need house shows to get more familiar with it and to get their muscles loose and relaxed. Because if you wrestle less matches and more spaced out time between matches, then your muscles could straighten up, and you could be less flexible. I'm sure Knicks, you've heard that before, especially
Yeah.
What Drew McIntyre said, and it's like a bunch of opinions and like a bunch of different schools of thought, and I see the points in every single one. I think for the playoffs in general, where the whole point is the quality of play, I think it wouldn't hurt to have like 2 or 3 days of rest mandatory for every team.
No,
Like
it
if
wouldn't.
the Sixers and Knicks series could start 1 or 2 days later, that wouldn't, I don't know how much of a dent that would put in the schedule, but in terms of helping out the players, and especially someone like Embiid who was limping at the end of the game, and guys like that, or like Ao, or even Anthony Edwards, even guys like that, giving them a little bit extra time to be like, all right, just you guys got a couple extra days. So instead of being ready for game three, you could be ready for game two. Instead of being ready for game two, you could be ready for game one. Something like that. I think that would
Yeah.
improve the quality of the playoffs because I think, because this has been a good playoffs, but guys have been getting injured, and especially these like ticky tack injuries where they miss like their day to day and stuff. I feel like a lot of those could
Yeah.
be like they could be taken into they could have less of an effect if we put a couple of days of rest in between games. But there's different schools of thought of that. Like you said, the AAU thing has made people like maybe more durable, maybe more fragile. We don't know. They made their bodies more accustomed to it, and of course the different types of training we have, and injury management and people making their injuries known. It's a big conversation that I would like to have on a bigger scale. But
Right.
that concludes the first half of episode 15. We're 2 hours and 37 minutes in, and this is only the basketball part.
nice.
Tomorrow we will return. I will not be wearing the same thing. Knicks will not be wearing the same thing. Russ, you could probably wear the same thing because it's a wrestling thing. I don't know if you have any more wrestling merch. You probably don't.
I
I
don't
don't.
have any. No,
I
no.
don't think you
I
you
wasted the
never.
juice. I wasted the
Yeah.
juice. I should have
Yeah,
saved it. Because
yeah,
I genuinely don't. I
yeah,
think my
yeah. You
last
don't.
time I owned a wrestling shirt probably was when I was a kid, and it probably was a Rock shirt, probably.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
I'll do
yeah,
a round.
yeah,
I'll do a round of laundry tomorrow. Break my AEW
yeah,
shirt up.
yeah. Bring your AEW shirt out. Yeah, yeah. Death to
Oh yeah.
professional wrestling.
Hell yeah.
Death to sports entertainment.
Restore the feeling.
Restore the
Let me
feeling for the
let me
sickos.
let me go
Exactly.
let me go run over to Spencer's and buy a Bullet Club shirt real quick.
Hot topic. Hot topic.
Oh yeah.
They have my
Hot
hot
topic
topic too, right?
I'll
Yeah.
perpetrate.
Don't go to the back. Whatever you do, don't
Don't
go
go
to
to the back of
of
Spencer's. Don't go to the back
Don't
of
go to the
Spencer's.
back
Don't
of
go to the back of
Spencer's.
Spencer's. Don't go to the back. No. Uh, I went there one time not knowing what it was, and I was like, "Fuck, am I looking at?" Oh
It, it
man.
it's kind of crazy though too, because you can be. It depends on what side you're on. They're all built just a little different. So you can be
hmm
sitting there looking at a Lilo and Stitch mug,
And
and
then
then
you could be
Mhm.
looking at
you do a
you could
70-degree
be
turn.
and
Yeah,
then there's the realistic Turbo Flesh 5-in-1. Yeah.
yeah. Like I remember I went in there one time. I went with my mother, and she
Oh,
wanted to
your
look at
mother. You went
something.
with your
No, hold
mom.
on. Okay, let me clarify that.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
She
no.
was
I don't
look.
think that. I don't think that. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
no. She was
Oh wow!
no. She was looking at something else. I stumbled to the back, and I see what's going on. And I'm like, oh my goodness. They had like, I'm not gonna say what it is, but they had like, let's just say fucking 10 inches.
Shout out to Zaire Franklin. Shout out to Zaire. I'm gonna headbutt that bitch.
Yeah, they didn't have any. They weren't any Terry Bollets there. I'll say.
Yeah. No 25-inch pythons. Yeah, no.
No 25-inch pythons. The 10-inch shirt definitely wasn't the case for him either.
No. He said it on
He said
record. Said it in
yeah,
court.
in a court of law,
In the court of law.
on a stack
Yeah.
on a stack of papers, on a stack of Bibles.
Yeah. While wearing all black. Oh,
under
man.
oath.
Yeah. All right. Well,
And that's
team
how we close
chemistry is at least an 84 now, I would say.
I would say so.
Yeah, I would say so. What I might do is honestly, I might just make this into its own episode, depending on how I feel when editing it tomorrow. And then I could just do a whole nother episode, just like separating out the wrestling talk. But you know what? I'm going to do two different endings. So, okay. So this is the ending if we segue into part 2. And if this video is 5 hours long, you know. Can we all clap at the same time?
I'll clap at the same time.
We can all try.
Clap at the same time. All right. 3, 2, 1. Close enough. All right. Now that's the ending for that. That's the ending for that.
Hear y'all claps. I didn't even hear y'all claps. It was not audible.
Yeah. Neither did I. That's the ending
I
for
didn't
that.
hear anyone's claps.
Yeah, no. If you're still watching this, that means that this is only a one. That means that part 15 was only the basketball part. Now, this is how we end the episodes. Russ knows. Knicks, do you have anything you could hold up to the camera just to like block out the camera? Like I do it with the hat. Russ, what are you gonna do it with?
Oh shit.
Do it with the Jordans.
Oh, yeah, I can do it with the Jordan James for sure. It's either gonna be the Jordans or it's gonna be a Bulbasaur card.
No. Do it with the Jordans. The Jordans make actually Bulbasaur. You already showed the Jordans. Yeah, do it with the Bulbasaur that you showed me. Yeah.
Shout out to the slab Bulbasaur.
Yeah, it's my prized possession.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, a mug with his face on it that you can buy.
Face?
Yeah, you can buy that.
Yeah, you can buy that.
Yeah.
How's the exact face? It's a double-sided as well.
Yeah, I still gotta get a new car. My car got canceled. That's how you tell people no on the streets. Yeah, my Google Pay ain't working.
No, you gotta pull the shit. How many people have bought that, Knicks?
Well, myself and I believe one other.
Wow, that's great. The other one was Rob Feinstein.
Yeah, who knows?
The fact that you couldn't
Actually,
get your own merch for free is crazy.
No, I had to pay for this. This show was like, well, I had like credits when I made it on the web, $20 or something like that. I ended up paying like 12.
For a novelty thing, that's not that bad.
Yeah,
but if you're still seeing this, that means we spared you, and this video is only 2 hours and 43 minutes long. But If you're still seeing this, we'll catch y'all next week. The three of us as well. I think he'll be a recurring member at this point. The team chemistry is too high. The team chemistry is too high. Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
We can't amnesty him yet, right? We can't amnesty him yet. No, he'll stay. No Gilbert Arenas. No Gilbert
He's
Arenas.
franchise tag. He's gonna franchise tag me. That's a
Well,
football reference.
All right.
we
Yeah,
might
there is a
franchise
football
tag
reference.
you. Yeah, we might franchise tag you. But
And you
until next week, y'all better get used to this setup. You might have it for a little bit, depending on how Grizz's luck ends up. This has been Knicks. This has been Russ. This has been Cammy. We will see y'all next week.